that stuff is called. I know that stuff. Oh my
Oh,
God,
God,
it's wet. It's wet.
That's the grossest
It's
thing I've ever
disgusting.
shown on stream.
Oh my
I'm
God,
so
it's
sorry.
dirty.
I'm really sorry about this.
Live from Austin, Texas, with enough secret tips and tricks to make you shit, it's Retro Pals with Danny and Alex!
Hello, Alex.
Hello, Danny. You may never complain about the Jester voice ever again. That was pretty amazing.
Thank you. I figured it was appropriate given the circumstances. Hey, everybody. It's Retro Pals. We're watching good old TV shows today, so get ready to travel back to the 90s when the only way you could watch any content about video games was to get up at 6 a.m. on Saturday, or have your parents tape it and watch it later. It's GamePro TV tonight here on Retro Pals, and I am looking forward to this. This is going to be a good one.
I'm looking forward to this, too. I never watched GamePro TV because I don't think it was on in my area. Or if it was, I was too busy watching Animaniacs or whatever. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for us, it was literally 6 in the morning on Saturday. So either you woke up early on not a school day, which fuck that, or yeah, you just taped it and you would watch it with your dad later, who would make fun of it with you.
That's fair.
That's how it happened. And now we're ready to make brand new memories with people who have never seen this fantastic show, which is available for free on archive.org and on YouTube. It has not been co-opted by a streaming service like Paramount Plus, like what happened with Nick Arcade. What the fuck? Who cares? It's a show. It's a game show about video games. You don't need to put it on your streaming service anyway.
Mikey's going right to the DMCA notices.
Oh man, yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. We're playing fast and loose with this. But before we get to the actual show, why don't we thank some folks?
Thank you, Hexagon Witch, for the 50-month resub. Whoa, 50 is a big number. Here's the 50 more. 100 months would make me shit, Dan.
100 months? Oh my god, that is double 50. Thank you for the 50.
Hexagon Witch. Thank you, Moower. 51 months resub. 51 hot tips and tricks for retro game players.
That would get me to buy the magazine if you had that on the cover. My voice is shot now for some reason.
I wonder why. Like H-Hog for the 12-month resub. That's a whole year. I dedicate this year of sub to Cookie. I dedicate it to her, too. Thank you.
That's the true Valiant thing to do. Thank you for the year.
Thank you to Devil Ray for the 75-month resub.
Okay, you gotta read this.
Confession, I fucking loved Funhouse as a 6-year-old and drew myself hanging out with J.D. Roth.
So good. We're gonna learn a lot about J.D. Roth tonight, but it's good to know we have some old school fans among us, me being one of them. Thank you for the 75 months, too.
Thank you, Jamie VX, for the 34-month resub. 34 tips and tricks to make you shit.
Is that what we're doing? We're just doing secret tips, just so volatile that, well, I guess we're going to find out. Thank you for the sub.
Thank you, Dream Harrier Live, for the raid. Thank you. We are going to be watching GamePro TV in a second here. And thank you, Nobody, 7-month resub. Thank you so very much for that. And thank you, Fire Mountain, 39-month resub. Could this be video games?
Could this be video games? Well, it's officially on TV, so video games officially exist as of right now. Thanks, everybody, for the resubs. Let's get right into it. So what is GamePro? First of all, it's one of the options in this week's poll. See, I didn't forget.
You did it! Thank you!
I almost did. I was ready to swerve into the content already, but I was like, nope, we gotta swerve away from the content briefly.
Okay.
This is what we do on Patreon. Every week we poll our patrons and ask, what do you want to see on the Wednesday stream? This week we pitted Nick Arcade versus GamePro TV. I thought Nick Arcade would run away with it. I really thought. I didn't think all the big GamePro TV heads out there were still alive. It is a pretty old show. So only old goats like me and a few others remember it. But apparently there's a lot of old goats out there who do remember it, or they want to see it in a new context. So that's what we're going to do.
Lead it up, old goats.
GamePro TV. What is GamePro TV? Well, to answer that, first GamePro was a magazine. Image, please.
I actually read this magazine.
Yeah, I did too. I had a subscription for a while. The magazines would get tore the fuck up in the mail because they didn't use hardbound spines.
No.
So, like, the covers would just get torn up and it would just look like a dog had eaten it. But when you got a readable issue, it was okay. It wasn't as good as Electronic Gaming Monthly or Video
Absolutely
Games and
not.
Computer Entertainment Magazine. It was more orientated towards kids, the 9 to 10 to 11 to 12-year-old set. They rated games based on a series of exploding heads. Like, if the head was exploding, that means it's a really good game. The editors had names like Scary Larry, which I guess we should adopt online personas similar to those if we want to be members of GamePro. I want to be Uncanny Danny.
Okay, and I'm, always,
Go on.
all I can think of is always alleging Alex, but I don't know what I'm alleging.
Okay, we'll make that work.
We'll figure it out. I'm sorry.
We'll have the house artist draw you up something good to tie it all together. But yeah, really silly magazine. Not really the sort of source you look for in-depth criticism. It's just like, this game came out and has good graphics. All your friends are going to play it. All fives in graphics and playability and whatnot. Yeah. That's GamePro. So, what GamePro had was audience reach. This shit was popular. Kids were buying this, kids were reading this, and the demand was there, apparently, for GamePro TV, as you see on that particular issue there. Mm-hmm. So we're going to join this 1991, a syndicated TV show based on GamePro the magazine, called GamePro TV. We have a series of episodes coming up, along with some bonus content. We're going to start from Season 1, Episode 1, from the very beginning, so you get all your opinions formed from the very beginning, just like all of us did. We're all starting clean from a clean slate.
Real quick, thank you to Real Slavic Bear, 76-month resub. Holy shit. Hello, Pro Gamer Pals. And thank you for the raid as well, Real Slavic Bear. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the raid and sub. Appreciate it. If you haven't seen this show, get ready for a mega dose of 90s Americana in GamePro TV. This may be kind of a culture shock to those of you who may speak normally without constantly screaming or going above board about graphics. We're just gonna get in the mood. Let's be game pros. Tonight we all are game pros. So let's start with, first of all, let's get introduced with an ad for the magazine.
Dude, back up. This isn't a Zit commercial. Thanks. All right. I got 40 seconds to talk about the hottest video game magazine on the planet. That's right, mister. I'm talking GamePro Magazine. Ah! Bud? Bam!
Hey, are you awake?
All these secret tips and tactics on how to beat really tough games. I'm talking action. I'm talking fantasy, sports. If it's out there, you will beat it. Also,
Stop screaming!
GamePro has these previews of new games and new game systems, and they review the games for you so you know what's hot and what's not. Okay, bud, zoom in. Tell them how to subscribe and get a free gift.
You can subscribe by calling 1-800-238-1400. Dudes under 12, get your parents to call. Subscribe and you'll get 12
Dudes under 12.
$19.97. You save 58% off the newsstand price. Plus, with your paid subscription, you also get SWAT Pro, GamePro Secret Weapons and Tactics Guide free. So order today. GamePro rules. 1-800-238-1400.
GamePro rules!
Remember, everybody, GamePro rules. So that's just a little taste of what's to come. I guess that guy was such a good face for the magazine in the commercial, or they already had him hired on to do this, but he is the co-host of GamePro TV alongside a face you would see more often on children's television back then, a guy by the name of J.D. Roth, a true consummate professional who's, I guess his resume includes like dozens of kids shows, so he's like the straight man, and, well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
GamePro TV, Episode 1. Let's do it. It's 6 in the morning on Saturday. You woke up early for this shit. Let's see if it's worth it. I'm so excited for this, Alex. I used to watch this shit all the time.
On GamePro. Up to the minute tips and tactics for Lolo 2 on your Nintendo Entertainment System.
Hell yes!
The Force will be with us as our Game Lab gonzos check out the new Star Wars action game card. We'll take a look at what's hot at the arcade with
Yes!
Who Shot Johnny Rock
What?
American Laser Games, let's go!
on GamePro.
See, you thought I was overdoing it with the intro, didn't you?
No, Danny, what do you think about video power?
Video power is also excellent. It almost got
Hi,
voted into a
everybody.
Retro
Welcome
Pals
to
poll, maybe
GamePro.
someday.
I'm JD Roth. JD! Stop! And I'm Brent On. And dudes.
That's what me and
you
Alex
guys
do
don't
before
wanna
the
be
show every
lost,
week.
But right
do.
here, right now, because today's show is jam-packed with some stuff that you are not gonna believe. Hey, that's right, B-Man, because our Game Lab goons have been in electronic shock all week long.
That's
taking
either a
on
Turbo
some of the
Express or a
newest
Lynx or a
cards to
Game
hit the
Gear.
market.
I'm
And
thinking
as
Game
always,
Gear.
They've got all the secrets you want to bust
GamePro
the game
goons,
bank.
huh?
I know what you're asking. Where do these guys come up with this stuff?
Those
right?
Game Lab goons.
GamePro magazine,
Lab goons,
that's where.
okay.
The source for all the important gamer info. B-Man. Yeah, dude, check it out, buddy. I just had this
Did he slap
preview
the
of
Game Gear?
16-bit game
Listen.
segment, and
That must have
dude,
hurt.
it is
Bad
serious.
Game
It will
Gear.
blow you away. Now, if you guys out there think a sandwich sounds mighty tasty right now, chill, because we are gonna kick it to SWAT!
What about
does that
sandwich?
have to do with sandwiches?
I just told the dudes and dudettes out there in TV land that we were gonna kick it to SWAT and to chill on the sandwich, and look what you're doing. My fault, really. Sorry. I'm on my way. Don't eat that. SWAT time!
Man, early Tenacious D was pretty weird. Okay.
Danny, this show kind of, I don't even know. I'm
Well, here's some tips about Lolo.
Oh shit, Lolo!
Listen the fuck up.
I'm here in one of my favorite
What?
places, SWAT World, with our first of many secret
SWAT
weapons
World?
and
Is that like
tactics to
Cool
come.
World?
That's
First
when
up
you go
today
into the
is a
game.
totally
Okay, so it is like
exciting
Cool
discovery for Adventures
World.
of Lolo 2
Yeah.
for the NES.
Shit.
What's up, buddy? I'm busy, dude.
Whoa, you can't have two people in the
We've
game
already
world.
seen
That's
it all in
messed
this
up.
They
game
established that
because
later
our
on.
Game Lab eggheads have discovered 4 extra rooms that until now were housed in secrecy. Check it out.
They hack the ROM.
In the title screen, select the password option. If you select Pro A, check it out. You get to chomp your way right through a forest.
Yeah, let's chomp. Huh?
Cool.
Lolo doesn't eat.
Pro B for still more points.
Were they hungry when they made this episode?
Yeah, they were really hungry. That's why they had the sandwich and
That
everything.
that level layout is twisted. All those enemies can kill you instantly if you free them. Look at that.
And Pro C
I ought to
to
try these
challenge
levels.
the rain of fire.
Oh yeah, this looks good. Just shoot
Last but not
Lolo.
least,
Fuck him.
Pro D to take on the
These are
water
just too
hazards.
hard.
Eat shit, kids. Have fun with this.
No, I like how the GamePro TV guy can't even do it.
Yeah, just instantly giving up.
Cool ride. Here's a major weapons tactic in Valis 2 for your TurboGrafx 16 CD.
That's how I play Valis
How about any
too.
weapon you want, anytime you want it.
All right, all you kids who own a TurboGrafx 16 CD, this is for all three of
You're
you.
heavy into level 1 of Valis 2.
Yeah,
You're
I
up
am.
against some screaming meanies. Now, if only you had the missiles or weapons or maybe some cool shields, you'd be great. Well, now you can have them. Here's what you have to do.
Okay.
First, hold down button 2 and press run. This will pause the game. Now press select 1, then 2, then 1, and now hit run. You can now choose any weapon or item in the game.
The
by
words on the
using
screen
button 1
differed
to
from what he
select
said.
items And button 2 to select the perfect
I could use some
weapon
more
to beat
clarity,
the bad
JD.
guys.
Don't worry about it.
Hope you're taping this shit. Or at least you can write really fast.
I gotta see that one again. First,
You
hold down
gotta
button
see that
2
one
and
again,
press
honey.
You
run.
love to see it.
This will pause the game. Next, press select 1.
Tubular
then
tips
2,
for Sid of
1
Valis.
again,
Number
and now
1,
hit
don't
run.
buy it.
Select the weapon or item of your choice.
I'm just
by
gonna be
using
talking like
buttons
that
1 to
all the
choose
time.
items
I think
and
I'm
button 2 to
rebranding.
select
That's okay.
I'm
This
gonna be a
is-
Bernon
Yeah.
tuber.
You could be the that voice, and I could be the jester, and we can make the world's worst.
And we would have
all
0
time.
viewers, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Matthew Peckman from Miami, Florida, and I have a question for the GamePro pros regarding the Nintendo game Maniac Mansion. I finished the game by putting a meteor on the trunk of the weird Edsel and blasting it into space. But I've heard there's another special ending to the game.
Last known footage.
What do I do to get that?
You know what,
Was
bud?
that guy pitching his
You
voice
only heard
down to
part
try
of
and
it
sound
because
cool?
there are actually
Hey, GamePro, I have a problem with Maniac Mansion.
Okay,
Now,
okay,
I've
hear
already
me out,
discovered
hear
one
me
of the
out.
endings.
That's
a
the
couple
kind of
of our
voice
other
I have to
favorites.
make when I'm making a
The theme
phone
is
call and I
second
want them to
change.
recognize
Kill
me. I'm
off
like,
Dave by taking some
hello.
radioactive water from the pool and put it in the microwave oven. Then
Okay.
have Dave turn on the oven, then open the door. And out mundo, I'd say Dave's history.
Well,
Now,
that's
once Dave
that's
is
one of the
done,
rare ways to die in
finish
this
out the
game.
game and you'll see a new variation on the first ending. In this one, Dr. Fred will say something entirely different in the end. Now, of course, Dave won't be around to hear it.
Resurface came for the 100 bits. Apparently, Brennan here has a movie on Vimeo called The Hair Whisperer. Beautiful.
Gotta see that
And
shit.
another
Thank
of our
you.
favorites. Have Wendy retype the Meteor's manuscript, which you'll find in Dr. Fred's office. When she's done typing,
Just
mail it
retype
off
the
to
Meteor's
publishing
manuscript, dude.
company.
Just
The
do
publishing
it.
company will be so impressed by the manuscript that they'll award the Meteor a lucrative contract, which you'll find in the mailbox outside the mansion.
This game sounds awesome.
The
I gotta
Meteor
play
will be
this.
so thrilled to be an author that he'll promise not to be evil
Have
any
you played
longer.
Day of the Tentacle?
He even instructs
No.
Dr. Fred to release the prisoners.
Is
now
that
here's
good?
the new ending.
Yes.
When Meteor goes on a talk
As
show
with
to
everything,
promote
play with a
his
guide,
book,
and it's very
the Meteor
good.
police show up and cart him off to jail despite his
Well,
change
fuck,
of
now I
heart.
don't have to play Maniac Mansion. I've seen the Meteor get arrested at the end
Okay.
by the Meteor Police. Fuck it, why even play it at all, GamePro?
You may remember that I said there are 6 endings to Maniac Mansion. We've shown you 2.
Now, if you want to see the rest of them, you're just going to have to wait till future episodes, bud, so we got you hooked. It was a good question, Nell.
Like
The
drugs.
GamePro tea's in the mail, remember. We love watching the game maniacs over here scramble with your questions, so keep them coming, okay? Just get gutsy, get a video camera, and fire away. And then send a tape to our address, and if we put you on the tube, the GamePro tee is yours, all right? Here's the address.
Get gutsy, don't chicken out.
P.O. Box
Videotape yourself and appear on this terrible TV show.
90291.
Man, back in the day, I thought this was the coolest shit.
We'll be with you when we return on GamePro.
Way back in the day, you could hardly ever hear anyone say the Force will be with you. Can you believe that?
Yeah, actually.
It was very rare when you would hear such a thing.
And then you would be like, what a nerd. Sorry.
Whoa, oh. I made it. Whew. I'm back inside SWAT World, and I've got a major tip for you all today.
This is a good game
It's
to be in.
action-adventure game Strider for the Genesis game system. Now, this tip ought to help you stay in the game a whole lot
You just
longer.
want to be in Strider
Whoa.
World.
I would love to be in Strider World. You got that big sword. You don't even have to stop to swing it.
can
You
be
just
totally untouchable
carve a
when it
swath
comes
of
to the
destruction.
effects of the lasers of the
Okay.
second reactor.
On
If you
one
stand
hand,
till
I'm
the
like,
capsule on the
why
ground
do you want to
touches
be
your
somewhere
foot.
where you're constantly
Check
being
this out.
attacked? On the other
The
hand,
lasers
Strider
will
does have
actually
very
pass
strong
right through you
mobility, so
without
you wouldn't need a
inflicting any
car.
damage at all.
Oh, a
Extremely
safe
cool.
spot. I didn't expect to see that. Did I know about that?
Did you?
It's not a strategy I would use, but it's a strategy. All right, GamePro. Yeah, then go right and die. All right, that's how you play Strider.
How's it going?
Now, a long time
Threw him off a
ago,
little
in
bit there.
galaxy far, far away,
Maybe we should,
lived a young
retake
Jedi
that.
warrior named Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Now, Luke, along with the help of some of his rebel buds, led the rebel forces in a battle against the evil galactic empire.
This game
and
does
its
control like
invincible
shit.
Death
Anyone
Star.
who's played this can
guys
tell you
follow
that. It's
me?
so slippery.
It's Star Wars, dude, yeah! And at long last, this classic movie has become a video game card for your NES. So check it out.
Remember Star Wars,
You
dude?
play it
Revenant, thank you for the sub. Pro tip.
Thank you.
Robo needs an Oreo. I love that story.
Where you get to
Always
explore
give
the
Robo his
caves and
Oreo.
visit
Thank
the
you.
famous cantina scene, just like in the movie. You also get to break into a Jawa sand crawler, and you take her for a spin. Remember those little slimy creatures that ran around going, "Zba, zba, zba, zba"?
No,
Anyway,
it's been more than
expect a
20
lot
years
of
since I've seen
jumping and
Star
shooting
Wars.
at
It's
this
not
stage
available
of the
commercially
game,
at all.
which serves as a good warm-up for what's coming up later on.
Oh my god,
Next,
remember?
you go aboard the Millennium Falcon, Studley ship,
Remember when
and you
it
pilot
wasn't
your way through the
available?
asteroid.
Yeah, you had to remember
Where are you
when
going, bud?
you went to the
Oh, no,
theater in the
it's
70s or
Star.
whatever.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, and then
That's
they
where
did
you
her.
hope to rescue
Oh
Princess
man,
Leia.
I'm
Remember
sorry.
her?
I'm just
She was
remembering
that
the
lady
before
had those
times,
big
before
bagels in
Star
her hair.
Wars was.
Now,
Princess Leia has
being
bagels in her
outflanked
hair, he
by
said.
none other than the most
That's some
famous
classic
of bad
nerd
guys.
meme.
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And then you reach the Death Star, you get to muck around in that nasty trash compactor. Then you'll engage a TIE fighter squadron as you sit at the controls of your
This game looks
Alliance
awesome. What's everyone
X-Wing
talking
fighter.
about?
Of course, Luke's not alone in his battle against the Empire. You got Han Solo, R2-D2, C-3PO, and his old buddy, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Use the Force, Luke. Now, keep in mind that all of the action in this game is controlled by Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia, and each
Sorry
one
for the
has
flashing.
different levels of
What the
blaster
fuck
power.
is this? Sorry.
Now, once you find Han and Leia,
The game will let you switch around from character to character so that you can choose who's best prepared for any given battle situation. Yes. That's very nice. So, how do we rate Star Wars? You remember the system.
All right, here we go.
Rate graphics, sound, challenge, and overall fun factor. Now, the graphics and animation are better than most, but they don't hold up throughout the whole game. While there are good-looking close-up
A mere
scenes of the
smiley
most
face.
famous heroes and villains and some great background and cinema sequences, the
Remember Pauly
creatures and other
Shore?
bad guys are just okay.
Yes,
we
I
don't
do.
like to diss a quality
flippy
game,
noise
but
is
we
really
found the music not as
A 5 out of 5
hoped.
challenge. This game will
While
keep
the
you
sound
challenged,
effects are good,
even if it
there's
sucks.
really nothing you haven't heard before. We can say that Star Wars is one of the toughest game carts around, though. The bad guys are aggressive, and most of them take mucho hits before they go down. The deal is,
We love
if
cinema
you aren't
scenes.
prepared to put in some
God, I
serious
still need to see
playtime
that,
to blow this Battlestar out of
Pauly
the
Shore
sky,
Pinocchio
we might as
animated
well move
film.
on to
Yeah.
another game altogether.
But
'cause this cart
Father-
takes skill and effort. But take heart, because the cart will let you finish the game without even completing every task they throw at you. Finally, Star Wars is a rousing action cart, which incorporates some of the best gameplay features of other games we played.
It's
If you go
rousing.
for space
Rousing.
battles, side view action, or role-playing, there's a little something that everybody can enjoy in Star Wars.
That's a word writers love to
I really
use
like
that you
Star
shouldn't ever
Wars,
say.
bitch, too.
Okay.
Play Star Wars, bud.
Yes, on at the arcades. Let's go. Have to let the cat out. Keep it going.
Okay.
I love this place. You know, all the game action just doesn't take place on your television or handheld screen. Sometimes you gotta get out of the house, dudes. And when you do, where do you want to go? Shopping with your mom? No way, Jose.
Yeah, fuck
You're
shopping.
going right to the arcade, and when you get there, you're heading to the hottest
Yeah.
action in the building, right? Well, here's my man
true.
with arcade
The arcade
history
rules.
in the making of the
Arcade
introduction of the
rock.
new interactive laser CD, Who Shot
Is that like
Johnny
Cop Rock?
B-Man.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, check it out. This one comes from American Laser Games.
Do not give that man a gun.
Arcade
Take that gun away from me.
Mad Dog McCree. That was the interactive game of the Old West, all right? Now, Who Shot Johnny Rock? That one drops you right in the middle of a 1930s-style detective mystery. And you're the detective. This is very cool, so check it out.
Okay.
At the start of the game,
just died.
Johnny Rock's this nightclub singer with a questionable reputation, and he's been gunned down in his club. It's up to you to solve the murder and win the gratitude of the game's heartthrob, the lovely Red, who just happened to be
I
Johnny
agree. There
Rock's
should
bae
be
before he got
Canadian laser
wasted.
games.
Now, there are 4 main suspects in
I
this
would
murder
have loved
case.
to have seen those. That would have been awesome.
Measles, pox, and mumps.
Sounds like an advertisement for a contagious disease clinic, doesn't it? Now, as you investigate
Thanks,
the
sir.
case, you
Yeah,
shoot your
clinic where
way
they
through
give
the
you
bad
contagious
guys,
diseases.
survive high falls and explosions,
And make it through a number of other stunt scenes gathering clues.
all the while you're moving and grooving your way through the city to get to Johnny Rock's mansion. So, dude, check it out. There are multiple avenues to follow up and a lot of different outcomes that can happen in this game. But
Yeah, I
no
noticed
matter
the
which way
ADR
you
too.
go, you can't solve the crime
He didn't
without
cover
going through
everything
the
about the
rest
game. They had
of
to
the
add stuff in.
treacherous Murderer's Row. Now, get past these bad dudes and the babe is yours. Ha, I like that part. This is the latest in arcade laser
Babes,
CD
that's what I
action.
like.
I have to say,
Big
that it is
time
as
babe
excellent
fan.
as excellent can be, and I always win. Give me that gun.
Give me that gun.
He just shot the lady.
Dude.
Give me that gun.
Boom, boom.
Hello,
Hey,
gamers
Max.
everywhere. This is Max Slager of Schaumburg, Illinois, and I've just finished Vigilante for the TurboGrafx 16.
Good for you, kid.
My name is Stephen Krogman, and I'm from Boca Raton, Florida, and I achieved a score of 1,184 points on Nintendo's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade version.
Can you even get that high of a score in that game?
Wisconsin, and I finished Double Dragon 2 for the NES.
I love Tim.
We should do a call-in show like this.
We should actually just call us in about the GameCube one.
are on the way, all right?
And remember, if you want to win,
Hey,
you
Retro
gotta
Pals.
send them in.
This week I played 20 hours of Monster
Hyper
Hunter, and I got 1 achievement. Okay, love the show. Thank you. Bye-bye.
JD and SWAT's about to hit your screen. Yeah.
Secret weapons and tactics.
Here's a SWAT tip that'll let you begin Adventure Island
Hey
2
there.
for the NES from any
Hey,
island
friend.
you like. That's right. When the title screen appears, pick up controller 1 and press right, left.
Yeah, where was there
right,
proof for
and
that?
then
Could any
left.
kid call
Be
in and
sure
say
to
they
do it
beat
in
Lolo?
just that order.
I beat Voyeur.
Move over
Don't worry about it.
and press A.
I beat
Then
Back to the
B.
Future
Hey,
2
get
and
off
3
there.
20 times in
Then
one
A,
day.
And then B. Again, you gotta do it in that sequence. Finally, hit start and pick the island.
Hello, Retro
paradise
Pals. I played
your
10 minutes of the new Yakuza on Game Pass. Big fan. Hugs and kisses. Just got a crown victory royale.
Okay, again. To get the island of your choice, on controller
Hello,
one,
Retro
press
Pals.
right,
Finally
then
got my
left,
museum
then
completed
right,
in Animal
and then
Crossing
left
New
again.
Horizons.
Next, hit the
It has to
A,
be like a really
then
shitty
B,
phone quality.
then
It
A,
does.
And then B. Finally, hit start.
I bought 3
and go to
games on
whatever
Steam
island you
sale.
like.
I'll probably
But if
never
you don't mind
open
my
them. Stay
suggestion,
retro.
My favorite island paradise can be
These are all
found at
good.
Dinosaur Island, where you'll encounter some of the scariest reptile baddies in the game. You ought to check it out. It's pretty cool.
I wish Scary Larry was on this. I wish any of the GamePro people were on this.
Watch it! Here's another mega winner for Bad Dudes on the NES.
He's stuck in the sewer?
That was bad. If you want to start out the game with 64 lives, try this tip which ought to keep you playing well past your bedtime. My bedtime? Your parents' bedtime. Whoa! First, bring up the title screen.
I thought he
Pick
was
up
going to
Control
tell us his
2 and
bedtime.
press
I got
the B button.
excited.
Then the A button. Next, go to the same controller 2 and press
This game
down.
will have you staying up
Then
as late as
then
9:30
down,
p.m.,
and
bro.
then up. You have to do it in exactly that order.
Sound
Now
a little
pick
bit
up
like
controller
Goro
1
from
and
Shenmue
press
there.
the start button, and you will be seriously powered up.
What's
and ready to
happening,
fight.
bro?
Very cool. Check this out. 63 lives plus the one
That's a
you're
lot
on.
of fucking
that would
lives.
make 64. A totally hot tip. Here it is again, right
Okay,
before your very
I
eyes.
agree. That is a totally hot tip.
Super Nintendo Entertainment Systems in the stores. You're stoked. 16-bit
This
playing
is
power.
me.
Now, you're also
That
gonna
was
find
me,
some
though.
awesome game carts to run through the machine, so you're double stoked. Now, let's take a look at Hyperzone. This
Fuck,
is a
I'm stoked.
seriously happening new game for the SNES, okay? Now, here's the story.
Okay.
You find yourself in the not-so-distant future where mankind has completely fried the planet Earth. The place is just a mess, okay? Completely unlivable for human beings.
No idea
Sorta
what that's
like
like.
my bedroom on a Sunday night. Huh. Now, the Earth's Council only hope is to save the human types, and they have to colonize this asteroid belt located somewhere between
This is the
Mars
only
and
time anyone's
Jupiter.
ever talked about
The bad news
Hyperzone.
is that the asteroids the Council has in mind are populated by a mutant race of not-so-friendly, half-organic, half-mechanical
What if this ever showed
beings.
up on Nick
I'm
Arcade?
beginning
I
to
bet it
wonder if
did.
these dudes are
can
related
see
to our
it.
producers. Psych! Now, the only way the humans are going to make it is to wipe these mutants off the asteroids, okay? Now, all this action takes
Okay.
place in a one-player arcade-style game which unfolds over 8 different areas of play. And each of these are populated with a different breed of mutants and presented with this forward-scrolling 3D perspective. It's sort of like Space Harrier on the Genesis system. So,
It's kind of like that. All right.
Okay.
space vehicle.
You're drawing
And it's moving
comparisons.
at
You're
light
speaking my
speed,
language.
and it leaves you
My
very
God,
little
he
time
did
to
a
take in
games
all this weird
journalism of
intergalactic
some
scenery
sort.
that's going on.
It's a little like a
All there
space
is
area,
between
you know?
and Mutant Madness is your control
It is
panel
better than
and
video
monitor,
power. It's
and
more
you're using this to
informational.
control your
It really
speed,
is.
And less
your power,
grating
and your
somehow.
hyperspeed blast. Now, as you're picking up these points by blowing away the bad guys, you'll earn the use of more powerful space vehicles with more sophisticated and deadly hyperblast weapons. Now, if things were not tough enough considering all these mutants are coming at you at lightning speed, to make things even more difficult, more exhausting, more painstaking,
Yeah?
you're constantly running into all this planetary phenomenon such as electrical fields at the most inconvenient times. Major bummer. Now, you reach the end of an area. There's
We all hate
nothing
'em.
out
It's a major
to defeat
bummer.
One of these 8 bosses which patrol this mutant-infested asteroid belt, okay? Now, the concept is simple. Fast-paced, arcade-style shooting action with awesome 3D graphics. You're gonna like it. I guarantee it. You will be stoked. We've got our game goonies over here working on some tips, so I think you should watch some future episodes and find out how to really kick some tail, bud. Stoked!
Okay, did you have a script for that last part, or?
Guys, just-
Because we've got killer secret weapons and tactics to beat the big boss Loki.
Okay, Alex, get a pen and paper.
Okay.
When we come back,
Pictured Alex right now.
That's me. That's how I game.
GamePro's back. Let's kick it!
Yeah, chat's like, Danny, pay attention.
I'm paying attention. I'm watching this.
I'm Silas Shaw from Aberdeen, Washington. And I have a great way to beat Lokai, the big boss in Ghouls and Ghosts,
Lokai.
for the Sega Genesis. First,
This guy's like an internet personality nowadays. What does he do? Some internet website? I've heard that name before.
on one of his feet. When he raises
This is
his
some real
leg,
cred, though,
then
being in
he'll be
GamePro
able to
TV.
fire repeatedly at his chin, even though his leg is moving up and down. I
So,
promise
you
you'll
keep shooting
beat
him till he
in a
dies.
snap.
Good tip.
Defunct Games, yes, that's him.
Really?
Sending you your very own GamePro tee. Yeah. Hey, that's
What?
right, and that's all the time they're letting us have this week. And besides, our game techs are fried.
That's right, bud. So we'll catch up with you next time with some new game previews and all that cutting-edge stuff that you need to know to be in the know. Yeah. Remember, we're looking for those hard questions and viewer tips from you. So here's the address, okay? GamePro. P.O. Box 167.
Remember this address.
Got it.
California, 90291.
Okay, for Brennan and I am JD Roth. We're going to put it on pause till next week when we see you right here on GamePro.
He really can't keep his arms down. It's like he's wearing a giant coat or something. So who has done more coke? Brennan or Johnny Arcade?
Oh man, I hate to say it, but man, Brennan is.
Between the two of them, they've done more coke than 99% of the world population, I'm pretty sure. But you can see Brennan Howard really steals the show in this show. There is no GamePro TV without Brennan Howard. Look at him, he's still grooving during the credits. He can't stop. He's playing invisible video games, listening to invisible music.
Thank you, Favorite Wastrel. 500 bits. Thank you, Gempor. Cass.
Thank you for that.
Hold on.
That goes back away.
Give me a sec here.
Jim Porcast.
There we go.
Still proud of that one. At one time, we needed to make fun of GamePro in an official capacity for one of the game websites I wrote for. So I came up with an anagram of GamePro sucks. It's Jim Porcast.
Oh, I remember Jim
It's a fake game I tricked them into reporting on. Anyway, I've also worked for GamePro.
Wow, you've just been all over the place.
The number one head knocker of them all, Fox Revenge.
The number one head knocker of them all, people.
On GamePro. Let's boogie.
So this is like episode 8 we're skipping to. Still first season, but they've had a few episodes to really get in their groove. Speaking of grooving,
Sorry. Hi, everybody. Welcome to GamePro. I'm JD Roth.
I never met Major Mike.
And, well, as you can see,
Or Scary
I'm getting
Larry.
here a little late today, and I am really sorry. Sorry, buddy.
Dude, what are you late for, man? I was expecting you. What happened?
Well, you see, I was hanging back with the Game Lab guys playing this awesome new arcade game they just put in, and, well, we're going to show it to you later on, and you are going to love it. Anyhow,
Brennan's
here I
mad
am
he was left
with all the
out.
video game tips and talk you come to
Look at
expect
him.
week in
He is
and
pissed.
week
He's gonna
out.
kill him.
And where do we get these globs of gamer knowledge?
Excuse
Lots
me?
of gamer knowledge.
Where do globs of gamer knowledge come from?
Arcade video game information, you know it. B-Man, what's up?
Wait, dude, what were you and the Gonzo dudes back there in the lab playing without me for? That's hurtful.
No. Chill, B-Man. I got the game. We kept the game so we can play during commercials. I love this job.
Oh, okay, that's cool. But, dude, no commercial right now, okay? You gotta go. SWAT time, bud. SWAT
Oh, yeah,
time,
and
bud.
as we speak, I am on my way. Let's do it. Here we go.
JD's more about sticking to the script. Brennan's just like, well, hey, bro. Blah, blah, blah.
Globs of gamer knowledge. I'm
Maybe he
sorry.
didn't have a script. Maybe only JD had a
Nice
script.
ride. Here I am in my home away from home, SWAT world. And here's a tip.
Oh, that's great
for
in
the
here. I
third
like what you've done with the
installment in
place.
One of the all-time popular game
Love the Mega
series.
Man
Get his
sprite.
ass.
Mega
Kill him.
Man 3.
Yeah, get him.
I'll get him next time, don't worry. Now,
Oh,
using
but
this
you get
practice
him, he's right
takes
there.
guts and a friend.
It's like that
So
moth
make
in our
sure you
room.
got phones
Okay,
before
there's
you
a
try
moth
out.
in the room that we've been trying to kill, and it
Again,
just
I'll
He
get
keeps
him.
dive bombing us.
If you execute this tactic correctly, you can achieve limited
The game has become real life.
invincibility and super jumping ability
look
in
at him.
Mega
He's
Man
moving like a
3.
dipshit.
Keep in mind
Oh,
that the
SWAT.
invincibility
I get
part
it.
of this trick
Yeah.
works
I didn't
only
actually
in
get
the
that
Noodle
until
Man,
you said
Snake Man,
that.
Shadow Man,
They should have
and
made that
Gemini
more
Man
clear,
levels of the
actually.
game, so don't bother trying it out on any other level. The super jumping works anywhere. When you're in any of these stages, fall
Oh, this
into a
code's
hole that
cool.
would
This is like a
normally
weird
kill Mega
debug
Man.
code they
That's
left in the
right.
game.
Fall into a hole
Like,
that
it shouldn't be
normally
possible.
kills this dude. But when you fall, hold button A on controller 1 and right on the directional pad on controller 2. Now, keep both of these buttons down until
Anyone
you
ever
run
try
out of
this
energy.
with Mega Man
You
3?
can
It's a
now
lot
let
of
up on
fun.
the A button on controller 1, but keep the pad down on controller 2. This is where a friend comes in handy, because as long as the right direction.
Hey friend, can you hold down right on controller 2 while I play Mega Man 3?
Invincibility and super jumping power. So, have your bud take care of controller 2 while you play the game. Now remember, the invincibility trick will only work on the Needle Man, Snake Man, Gemini Man, or Shadow Man levels, but the super jumping works everywhere. Wow, that was a lot of stuff.
Wow.
Let's check it out again real quick.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the game you can skip by doing the super jump.
Stages I told you about earlier. Next, while you're falling,
And there's some holes that kill you, but you can revive yourself. That's what they're trying to explain, but they're doing it really badly.
Now wait until you're drained of energy. Now, have a friend hold down the controller 2 right pad for you while you play the game.
Just put it under your foot or something, or get a clamp or some pliers.
I like that you immediately went to foot strats.
Well.
Can you guys tell me how to beat the dragon in the game Immortal? My friend and I have been stuck for months.
Oh.
Hey,
I love that baby!
I think you brought at least 2 or 3.
He got so many girls asking him out after he appeared on the show.
So, check it out.
Use the blink spell 6 times to avoid the dragon's first 6 flame bursts. Now, while this will tire him out, he's not done
Laugh
yet.
boy, thank you for the sub. Nothing like silly 90s TV, huh?
Very silly.
Wait for a second inhale, and then use the flame protection scroll. Next, hold the amulet up to the light.
If Toshido is in chat, you may have some hints here.
Runes? Okay, I know you may be asking,
These guys are the
"Dude,
experts.
what's a rune?"
Yeah, there you
I
are.
bet you guys thought I said prunes.
Toshido, one of the foremost speedrunners of this
I
game.
said runes. And I happened to check in with our runologist, and I learned that runes are ancient inscriptions which tell you your future. And if I don't get on with answering your question, I think I know what my future's gonna be. Ouch. So as I was
Hello?
saying,
Brennan, are you okay?
light, but do not read the prunes.
Ouch.
I mean runes. This will frighten the dragon and keep him
Don't
from
read the
attacking you
prunes.
while you deal with your next problem. The wizard Mortimer, who's gonna try and fry your behind with his lightning bolts.
I don't think anyone knows what he's talking about.
Now here's how you handle this punk.
Focus indeed.
Use the statue scroll 3 consecutive times to defend against the lightning bolts. Morty will do his best to fake you out after the first 3 bolts. You can always tell when the fakes are coming if you watch the dragon's head, because the dragon will always follow the direction of the lightning. See? Mortimer still has another 2 bolts in his arsenal, and one more nasty trick.
What kind of
So again,
sicko kid
use
had the
your
Immortal
statue
for
scroll
Sega
3
Genesis
times
back
to
then and
defend.
was stuck at the last boss?
Thinking he's got you by the power
Some kid
cord,
who's really
Mortimer
cool.
will declare, "You have no more defenses. Prepare to die." Right after he lays that one on you, use the magnetic hand spell to suck the amulet from his hand to yours, and sit back and watch as the dragon cooks a Mortimer.
Just imagine
shish
waking up at
kebab.
6 a.m. and having to see something about the Immortal.
And there you go, that's the end of the Immortal. That's how you beat the game.
All right, way to go, bud. Good question. You'll be getting your free
Yeah, this is a great showcase for the Immortal.
Thank you. Now,
It was on national TV here in America. All the kids in America got to see the Immortal.
You gain invincibility in Target Earth.
Target Earth fucking rules, and I love that invincibility code. It's a really good code, and you need it. That game's impossible. You can't get beamed up through a sewer pipe.
Don't worry about it, Danny.
Whoa.
He's sewer boy. He lives in the sewer.
Oh, sorry, wrong game. If you're a Genesis player, then you gotta be a fan of Target Earth.
Yeah,
one of
you
the
gotta.
all-time greats for the 16-bit game. Well, here's 2 mega tips that'll keep your space cruiser in business for as long as you want to play the game. Whoa!
You're probably thinking, who's this for? No one owned Target Earth back in the day. What sicko kid owned this? The sicko kid who was looking for a game for $20 at Toys R Us, that's who. I had Target Earth as a kid. And you need this code. I've never beaten the... I now pronounce you invincible.
But your ship will never blow up.
Gonna get the priest to say that at the next wedding that I conduct.
Is this going to say, are we going to renew our vows to that?
I now pronounce you invincible.
It'll give you all the continues you want. Okay, check it out. To make this trick happen, you have to at least make it to level 2. Now,
okay.
Here's the part that takes some nerve, so listen up. You gotta take the plunge and die on purpose. That's right. Next, go back to the options screen and press start. When you see the babe appear with the words continue up, leave the options screen. Now
That's
you're
her
back
name.
in the title screen, and if you did
Continue
this
up.
one right,
Okay.
you should have 9 continues. Way to go. By the way,
Well, you won't need that if you're invincible.
continues, you can run this trick all over again for another 9.
I want to go back and try and beat that game for real. I've beaten it dozens of times, never ever without cheating.
Yes, Brennan and I have gone
Brennan?
where no man has gone before. right?
Brennan?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Let's check out
We're taping.
That motion is interesting.
Now, if you're a Trekkie or
He was
an
like
ex-Trekkie
driving
or a recovering
and oh
Trekkie,
my
or
god.
maybe you've gone through Trekkie rehab. Listen up, because there's no question
Trekkie
that you
rehab?
need to get your thumbs on this cart for another dose of Starship Enterprise. Here is the story.
Alex, you finished your Trekkie 12-step program?
No, I'm still at the part where I need to apologize to people for being really into Star Trek.
Traveling where no man has gone before. Kirk and the crew's mission is to repair the space hull and make it back to Federation
Repair
space.
the space hole.
We have a hole in space to repair, Mr. Spock.
And there isn't enough power to warp out of the unknown zone. Or for that matter, to even maintain
Multiple
orbit for
people
more
in
than 2
chat
hours.
needing to go to Star Trek rehab. That's okay.
There's a lot of us out there. We just need a little help.
Zulu, Bones, and the rest of the crew
I've heard this
is to
game sucks
explore the
ass. I
closest
never hear
planet
anyone
they
talk
can
about it.
find in search of the
Seems
crystals
like
they
it
need
sucks.
to continue their journey.
It's a US developed NES game. There's like a 99% chance it sucks.
In the game, you'll visit at least 4 planets, engage Romulans in battle, make off with a cloaking device, and run through a number of other missions necessary for success. All of this happens over 7 sections.
Star Trek
involving
Rehab is
time
watching a
travel,
Star Wars movie.
That's
exploration,
true.
Detective work, and major battles.
It's a Star
with
Trek game, so
familiar
it sucks.
Star Trek
Still looking
settings.
for that mythical good Star Trek game.
There are FMV Star Trek games.
That's
Maybe
what I was
those are
thinking.
good,
Yeah, that first-person one that's like with the Borg or something.
I like the Klingon one that I played a little bit of. That
That's
was
the one I'm
pretty-
thinking
that
of.
was pretty
Game
funny.
Lab gargantuans rate Star Trek? Remember, the Game Labbers check our games out for graphics, sound, challenge, and
Now
fun
remember, this is
factor.
GamePro, so everything's a
Game
3
Labs
minimum.
Bonzo Beans like the graphics, especially the characters representing the original Star Trek cast. They were kind of disappointed with the background.
Oh, yeah, the
A lot
pinball's
of the
good.
planets look the same, and some levels are nothing more than a graphic where you walk off on one side
Compared
and
to
reappear on the
Garbanzo
other.
Beans.
The sound effects are totally cool, but the music's kind of average. The game will
I
give
thought he
you a
was gonna say
workout on how to
ass.
keep you entertained for many hours of play, though.
Sound effects are good. The music's kind of ass.
Game Lab
Kinda
wouldn't
ass.
say that this is the coolest game in the galaxy. They do say you're gonna have a
If these
pretty
guys saw
good
the
time.
AVGN, their
Now,
heads would explode.
Speaking for myself, I have to say, well, I was kind of disappointed. Yeah.
No way, dude. Really?
Yeah, I was.
I kind of like the game, you know? I'm like sort of a Trek head, you know?
Well, I like the Trekkie part of it, but I was just okay. It's fair enough, but, you know, well,
A Trek
it's
head,
okay
huh?
we disagree a little, right? One thing we don't disagree
Wow,
on
Bernard's a
is
gamer.
Fox
He
Revenge
cannot
for the
disagree
TurboGrafx
about video
16 game
games.
system, and we both agree it is awesome.
That's right, bud. I definitely agree with you. Get a fist for that?
Nice.
Yeah.
We all agree about Bonk.
Everybody went
We
bonkers
do.
for the
We're big
Bonk
Bonk
Man when he
heads,
first
which
appeared
is good
in
'cause
Bonk's
Bonk's got a
Adventure,
big
right?
head.
The head crusher's back, and he's better than ever.
Is he?
Bonk's old enemy, King Drool, is also back, and he's brought with him a new and nasty plan. You see, it seems old Drool has cut Moonland in half, and Bonk's mission is to bring the two halves back together. To do this, Bonk has to make it through 7 perilous levels, bashing Drool's bad guys
This is a
as
great
he
game.
goes. You're gonna meet up with some old adversaries in this game, like the dreaded Chicken Army. You also check out some new screaming
pretty
meanies
wacky.
like the fire-breathing lizards and rampaging dinosaurs. Bogus.
Seems got a good aesthetic.
Now, you remember in the first Bonk how the Bonkster would power up when he gobbled up the meat?
The
Well, in
Bonkster.
this one, he does a whole lot more than
Bonkerino,
power up.
the
Dude,
Bonkinator.
jaws around the second piece of meat.
Bonkorama.
Bonkmeister goes totally bonkers. Yeah, he does like 3 times
Bonkmeister.
as much damage with his headbutts than he used to do.
Let's all torch the Bonkster.
And then when he lands on his noggin on this cart, every on-screen enemy takes total damage.
That looked tough to dodge.
Yeah, it did.
You think it's JD Ross playing?
How did the Game Lab techie
No, it's
Tellheads
Brennan,
rate
for
this
sure.
one? Well, have to say perfection comes to mind. Yes, victory!
Oh my god, all fives!
Oh my god, their heads
With some
explode.
great-looking prehistoric landscapes, and be sure to catch the animation on the boss characters, because, see, you've never seen it done better. Sound? I don't know. I got a thing for the sound of Bach's most massive head thumps. They just kind of go thwonk, you know? It's really cool. And the gamers of all ages and skill levels can play along. And finally, when it comes to music, well, I'd have to say that that's pretty good, too. The gameplay's challenging, though not impossible, and it's fun. Bonk's a classic video game, and it's Bonk! It's Bonk! Bonk on, dudes! Bonk!
He really, really lost it at the end there.
He didn't know what to do.
He didn't know how to end that
bored.
segment.
He's like, yeah, Bonk.
Just start screaming. Now we're playing Dragon's Lair 2. The show is nuts.
Hey, Bud. This is my favorite part of the show, so stop playing. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now, with most of the action in the arcade centering around CD-ROM live action games, we thought you might like to take a look at the new arcade game that uses animation. Yeah, and they do use
It's Don Bluth! Bluth-on, dudes!
And if you were into the first
Yeah,
game in the series,
CD-ROM.
you better get down to the arcade quick to check this one out, because I must say, it is happening.
We've been playing it all day. Now, if you're wondering why the animation quality on this game is so awesome to the point of blowing out every other animation game in the universe, you gotta understand that the dudes
Emo
behind
Raccoon,
this
thank you
game
for the
are
100
the
bits.
very
Bonk
same
on,
people who
dudes!
brought you The Land
Bonk
Before
on.
Time, An American Tale, and All Dogs Go to Heaven. The company's Sullivan Bluth.
Check
And
it
they're
out,
supposed
dude.
to be
All
the
dogs
#1
go to heaven. Every single one of them.
Check out the gameplay. Princess Daphne has been kidnapped by the heinous evil wizard Wardock.
We've seen this whole
Her
thing.
mother is ticked off big time. It makes Daphne's husband, Dirk the Daring, go after Morty to bail out the princess. Not an easy chore, dudes. Mordock has a time traveler and is jumping all around history to avoid Dirk and his happening sword. Now,
Happening
since all the Dirk
sword.
could put together is this
Tell me more
busted
about
up
Dirk's
time
sword.
machine he got from this old used time machine car lot, it's not going well for Dirk the Daring. This
No,
game is
yeah.
equipped with total
It's
state-of-the-art
true.
laser
It's
technology
fair.
No,
That's
with a
fair.
monster
There's exceptions.
25-inch monitor, and you're gonna need lightning-fast reflexes to compete in this one because the action is fast and non-stop.
On the money, bud.
Nice.
And speaking of money, if you're gonna go to the arcade and play Dragon's Lair 2, you better bring lots of money, bud, because there is no turning back.
My turn. See you guys later. Bye.
There's no turning back once you start playing. It siphons away all the money in your pockets. Every last bit.
My name is Trevor Williams from
Hi.
Reston, Virginia, and I managed to score 240,630 big points on Dynamite 2
Big
for
points.
Sega Genesis.
Big points, dude.
I'm from Ottawa, Canada, and I finished Bonk's Adventure for the TurboGrafx 16.
Okay.
Hi, this is Kevin Murphy from Smyrna, Georgia, and on Strider for the Sega Genesis, I got a cool 158,950.
That is cool.
Unbelievable
Could you beat
score,
that
dude.
score?
Your GamePro
Probably not.
subscription is in the mail, so check it out. And remember, if you want to win, you gotta send them in.
Hot tips and tactics for Valis 3 when we come back. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, I love Valis 3 for my Turbo CD. That's just the Jester voice.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Bud, you off to SWAT World? No. I'm in the middle of a great game of Tetris. All right, I'm gonna go to SWAT World. I'll put it on pause. Make sure you do not take this off pause, okay?
Okay.
Later, bud.
Got it.
Just throws it against the wall.
What was with the laser noises, bro? Tetris doesn't have lasers?
It's laser Tetris.
Ow. Dude,
Who's the
I
freak
think I'm
on
stuck.
staff who keeps
Hopefully,
pushing for
we're back
Valis
to SWAT World.
content?
There's a
So stick
Valis
with me, 'cause
freak.
I have a
I
happening
support
level
them.
selector for the Genesis game Valis 3.
Look, guys, I just
Okay,
have
here
a thing
goes
for
nothing.
women on
Here's what you
rooftops.
do.
It's gotta be in the show.
Oh! First, bring up the title screen. Now, hold down button A, button B, button C, up and start all at the same time. I'm talking a real finger stretch. If you do this correctly, the screen will display Select Map. Use the up or down on your control pad to select your level. Finally, hit start and you'll be
Wait a
exactly
second.
where
This is
you
the
wanna
Genesis
be.
Valis.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this game.
Okay,
Maybe they have a
let's
reason to
run that
cover
down
this.
One more time. First,
Since he was talking
bring
about
up the
A, B,
title
and C.
screen. Now, hold down button A, button B, button C, up, and the
Wait a
start
minute, this
button
is the
all at
Turbo
same
CD
time.
version.
When
Well,
you see
shit.
Select Map, choose the level you want. Finally, hit start, and you'll start at that
Or
level.
is it? I'm not very Valis pilled.
Yeah, you're not a Valis head. A
How about
Valis
a
freak.
classic trick for powering up any of your turtles in the Game Boy version?
Yeah, it did
of
sound like the
Teenage
Genesis
Mutant
version. I was
Ninja
thinking that.
Turtles?
Okay,
It's
so
easy. Watch. You're
you win this
smack in the
time,
middle of
GamePro.
doing battle with the Foot Clan. Michelangelo is tiring out. What's a turtle to do?
Yeah.
No sweat, dude. First, press the start button to halt the action.
Okay.
Next, press up, up, down, down, left,
I've heard this one
right,
before.
left, right, B, and A. And be sure to do it in that order. Go back to the game totally powered up. Here's the order one more time. First, put the game on pause. Next,
Who's played this first Ninja Turtles game for Game Boy? How is it? It always looked pretty cool to me.
B, and A.
I have never played it.
All there is to it, Turtles.
As a kid, I always thought the games on the Game Boy were bad, and that's why I never wanted a Game Boy.
Same, actually. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was an elitist little shit.
Me too. I wanted a multimedia system that I could never
We don't know if this
afford.
cart's even in the stores yet, but the
And now I play
game
CDI all the
headsters
time,
managed
so.
to get their mitts on.
We don't know if this game's real or not, but
Ultraman, yes, for the
oh, I wish this
SNES.
shit wasn't real.
Here's a preview. Now, for those of you who may not be hip to who this dude is, Ultraman is this megastar in Japan on the Japanese tube, and he even did some time in the USA on the tube in about the 70s. Disco era, yeah. Now, he's the ultimate
He was here in the
warrior
US in the 70s. Cool to hang out with.
for eons. He's been fighting against Gudis.
That's
the
true. I
heinous
never remember
virus that's been
seeing
trying to
many
wipe
kids
out
playing
all
much
life
else other
forms
than
different
Pokemon
than
on
him,
Game
right?
Boy.
And the Ultraman
Yeah,
game,
that was
Gudis
the only
is
thing I liked
infected
on
Earth,
Game
causing
Boy.
all
I got a
sorts
Game
of
Boy
mutant
Color and
monsters,
Ultraman
these
and
bogus
Link's
bosses are
Adventure, and I
seriously
was like,
heinously
okay, these are
ugly.
the good Game Boy games.
Ultraman wants to do
Oh,
battle
and a
with
Game
the
Boy
Gudis
camera.
virus and his mutant bad
This
guys,
freaking
but
game sucks.
the atmosphere on Earth is so
We ought to play
polluted,
this someday.
he can't
I think
even
we did.
handle it in his Ultraman
I think it was part of our
form.
Sick and Twisted Super
He
Nintendo game
transforms
stream.
himself into this
It was,
guy named
actually. I
Jack
remember,
Shindo.
because of
And
the
then he sets out to save
terrifying
the world from
red.
these monster mutant bosses, right? The good news is Jack can become Ultraman when he needs to, but he can only do it for 3 minutes at a time. And the game, it lets you use all kinds of gamer skills. You know, you get these special
gamer
weapons
skills.
along with like hand-to-hand stuff. You get martial arts, you get wrestling, you get street brawling. Oh, yeah!
Hope y'all are writing this down. Those are the gamer
One thing I
skills you
forgot to
need.
tell you.
Wrestling, martial
Ultraman is
arts,
197
hand-to-hand.
feet tall, and he weighs in at about
3 of those are the same thing.
58,000 tons, so I
Thank
guess
you,
the dude
Nelson
can handle
JD, for
himself
the
if you get my
31-month
drift.
resub. James Pro!
But can you imagine
Thank
having
you.
to feed this
And a
guy?
James Pro to you as
Son,
well.
He'll get stuck with the check at dinner.
Thank you.
Now, the
That was an
action's
Alf laugh.
happening, the graphics are cool, the game is hot, so look for it because it's one cart that you're definitely gonna want to get friendly with.
Yeah?
The dead with a cool tip for Phantasy Star 2.
Oh, you can't do this. This is against canon. Brennan, don't you care about Phantasy Star canon?
Do you?
A little bit.
Okay. I forget that Danny is the, sometimes I forget that Danny's a Fantasy Star freak.
I'm Matt Brazilios from Hubbard, Ohio. And
Hi,
I picked
water
Phantasy
ski.
Star 2 for the Sega Genesis. Neve will be killed by Near first while fighting alone, but you can bring her back to
Huge
life
spoiler,
while
by the
three
way.
remaining characters fight. Before going to Climate Troll, have Sheer steal Moondew. Give it to any character except Nia. When Nia is killed, you can use the Moondew to bring her back to life.
Now that was a great tip. I'm sending you your GamePro t-shirt personally. Now, that
Basically,
Personally.
basically, a character is supposed to die as part of the story, but you can temporarily get around that by having a character steal a life restorer.
After all, you know what I mean? Someone's got to do it to it.
Hey, yeah, very kind of you. So, here comes the address, okay? Get quick, GamePro. P.O. Box 1678, Venice,
Yeah, and then she just drops
California,
dead right after the battle anyway.
90291, yeah.
Wow.
All right, from my man to be man, I'm JD Roth. We'll catch up with you next week on GamePro. Peace.
Peace!
We gotta do Phantasy Star 2, a nice 200-hour stream series where we draw our own maps. What is... Hey! Alex! What happened?
That's a foot! I didn't know what that was.
Is that Scary Larry?
Yeah.
Who put Scary Larry in my sewer pipes? Hey!
Scary Larry was... Scary Larry suffocated and he's like, you know, he's like, you know, when a goldfish dies and the parents replace it with another goldfish.
Scary Larry made a deal with the Mega Drive mob for early release games. Got to sleep with the fishes. That's Major Mike's corpse. All right, we have one more GamePro episode to play after this, and then we'll have a little intermission with a different show that is relevant to proceedings. But Let's get another huge dose of GamePro TV. This feels like a trial, watching
It
all
kind
these
of
episodes.
is, isn't it? Hold on, I need to adjust here so I can see it better. Oh, there we go.
Today on GamePro.
I need to see every. Oh my God!
Game version of The Simpsons.
Oh, you poor kids who have that game.
Look down the barrel and heavy barrel.
Oh, you poor kids who have that game.
Grab 50 extra men at the start of the game and
JD?
twins.
Hello?
That's what I do.
To the arcade with Road Riot.
Is that a Darius power-up I've never seen?
I've never heard of Road Riot.
GamePro.
The
I
gay
also
version of
wish
The Simpsons.
I also heard the gay version of The Simpsons.
Gay Simpsons.
They're gay. They're gay. They're really gay. They're really gay. Really
Before we
gay.
get started
Thank you,
today,
Alex.
I want to take a moment to remember one of the great ones. Yes, friends.
GamePro,
one of the
thank
finest
you.
eggheads ever to give it up in the pursuit of game-playing greatness. Let me show you who I'm talking about. This is Stanley Studebaker in better days. Yes, Stanley Studebaker was one of the top garbanzo beans in the game lab. Stanley bravely accepted
They
a task
say
that
they
no
talk a
man
lot
nor
about
woman had the
garbanzo
courage to take
beans.
on. Hallelujah. Stanley agreed to answer this week's Ask the Pros question. And now,
Bernard is
let me
inconsolable.
show you Stanley Studebaker as he is today. That's right. Stanley Studebaker has become all thumbs thanks to some heinous dude out there with a monster question that only Stanley had the nerve to face. Let's all learn from this. Be careful out there. B-man.
Okay, enough about Stanley. Besides, I already heard he knows
All
how to
right.
play with his
Okay.
toes
No
anyway now.
need to do
And we got
just
whole
a
bunch
little
more
bit
eggheads
here.
back
Okay,
there running
fine.
around
His
in the
widow
game
sucks
lab, and
anyway.
They've come up with a whole lot of stuff that I'm going to tell you about today. And you know where it all comes from, bud? The #1 source for home and arcade game information.
Rip
GamePro
Bozo.
magazine, yeah!
Down the hatch. SWAT time.
Bye.
That's me flushing myself down the toilet.
Things are as hot as always.
Get
in
out,
the
get
SWAT
out.
world,
You don't want to be
where
in
we
there.
lead
They're
off with
hot as
America's favorite
always.
underachiever, the Bart Man. What's up, Bart, dude? How's it going?
Hey, Bart, let's go party, bud.
Hey, dude, I'm in the middle of a tip here.
It's cool.
Yeah, okay, later.
Asta, baby.
Stop
This is
rubbing
for the
Bart's
NES
head.
game, The Simpsons. Now,
Poor
if you're
Bart.
tired of running out of lives before you
I mean, we all want to know what it feels
here's a
like,
trick
but
that'll get
Yeah, aren't you
unlimited
curious?
lives.
It's
What do you think it
uncomfortable
feels
for him.
like?
Enter the first
I
button
had
on the
this game,
third
by the
level
way.
and keep
You did?
walking until
Yes,
you
I
reach
did.
the first platform
I
under
never
the
got
F-Loin
this far,
pipe.
and I
Now,
tried so
wait until
hard.
The coins start to shoot
did you
out
ever
at
beat the
Okay,
second
here's the
level?
deal. For every 15 coins you collect,
No.
you earn an
That's
extra
where most
life.
kids got stopped. It's Simpsons.
You can hang out as long as you want and keep racking up lives as you collect coins because there's no limit, man.
Yeah, that's like level 3 or
As long
something.
as we're into Bartmania, we thought we'd answer a little question that has plagued the fans of the Simpsons video game since the day the cart first appeared.
The
Yeah?
card
You know
itself.
the key and the whistle you buy in stage 1? Have you ever wondered what to do with them? Well, wonder no more. To use the whistle, go to the last pair of windows. at
We've
the
never had an
retirement home
Imagineering
and blow it.
showcase. I think it's been up for
Well,
vote, but
Grandpa
people didn't go
Simpson will
for
appear in the
it for
top
some
window
reason.
and shower you with a ton of coins. Pretty cool, huh? Then, go to the door off the Springfield retirement home where Grandpa lives and use the key.
Okay, now I know.
Yeah, it teleports you back to the beginning of the level, so you won't have time to finish it because you
You'll
only have
walk
42
back to
seconds on the
Moe's
clock.
Tavern,
Look at that.
Where you'll have another
yeah.
chance to buy some more of the things that you're gonna need, like bottle rockets and cherry bombs.
Yeah, that's right. It was Imagineer versus
Okay,
Imagineering.
gamers, if it's level jumping that you're into, here's some hair-raising moves for Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle for the Game Boy.
All right, you
Use
Crazy
these
Castle
passwords
fans.
to get to any of these stages. For stage 50, enter 2TWX.
Wow, looks a lot like level 1.
That's Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle.
Stage 60, enter YTKX.
Okay.
We got some Crazy Castle fans in here. Write these codes down.
Mm-hmm.
This is for you.
Stage 70, enter
Every week we
She2.
wake up.
That's right, SHE.
She too.
She too.
Woman 2.
Yeah, I also thought Danny was talking about an imaginary showcase, and I got
And for
very
stage
fucking
80,
confused.
enter XHO2.
She too. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. She too.
She too.
Judgment Day.
Let's flash those again. For stage 50, enter 2TWX. For stage 60,
Yeah, how many
enter
fucking levels are in this thing? 80? You kidding me?
Well,
For
you're on a
stage
long
70,
road
enter
trip. You're never,
SHE2.
you know, you're going to
For
you're
stage
going to
80,
Hershey
enter
Park in
XH02.
Pennsylvania, and you live in Virginia, so it's a long drive.
Alright, Alex, I accept that explanation. Time to ask the pros.
I'm Seth Thompson from Gallifrey Survive. I have a question on Heavy Barrel for Nintendo. I was wondering if you could show me where the 6 pieces to the Heavy Barrel are.
It's no big deal, dude. The Game Maniacs have the answer for this one, so check it out.
4 pieces are here in Perimeter 1.
I think anyone has ever asked for help on Heavy Barrel.
I mean, that
Then you
kid
find
did,
one at the end of the bridge.
but I think that kid is like the only one.
I think that kid's dad works for Data East. I want to go to Hershey Park. Let's go.
I would love to take you there. Danny, Hershey Park has a free dark ride outside of the park where they do a fake tour and show you how Hershey chocolate is made.
In Perimeter 2,
All the
there's
rides are
one piece in the
themed
last
candy,
locker before
including
you
a
reach the
Reese's Cup
second elevator.
shooting ride.
I don't want to shoot Reese's Cups.
No. You have to shoot Reese's Cups at people. They're fake.
In their mouths?
I think so.
Wait.
It's called Reese's Cup Demonium or something.
Can you be one of the people who has Reese's Cups shot into your mouth?
There you go, bud.
Sounds great. I sign me up.
Danny, they have candy bar mascots that walk around, like a Hershey Kiss and a Hershey bar and a Hershey's Cup, and for Halloween they give the bars costumes. So you'll see a Hershey bar dressed up as a mad scientist. What do you think about that?
I like that a lot.
I need to take you to Hershey Park really bad because it's actually
No!
a really good park. No! What is with this episode in cursed games?
There's so many cursed games. Also, whoever ripped this didn't bother to sync the audio very well. That's okay. Who cares? It's just GamePro. Can you pause and then restart? This could just be the source video being a little off, but I want to make sure.
Okay, you want me to stop the video and restart it at 7:22?
Just hit play again.
Okay.
Wow, very awesome. As we start to get
Very
into the new
awesome.
SNES games, we're catching on to some totally hot, cool tricks. This stuff is so super fresh.
It can't be a hot and a
that when
cool
we
trick
figure
at the
it out,
same time.
you'll
Come
be
on.
the first to know. Here's one for the Darius twin.
Even us kids saw through that shit.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh yeah!
I do that.
You go into the game and flip into the
I
fish.
go, woo! Every time I play Fortnite, yeah.
Here's a trick that'll let you start the game with 50 men. All right.
Ah,
here's what
yeah,
you
I
do.
love 50 men.
Now,
50
you may need
men?
a friend to help you with this
That's a lot
one,
of
'cause it
men.
kind of requires a lot of finger work at one
Just
time.
the right
so
amount
listen
of
up.
men.
First, bring up the title
How many men you
screen.
need? About 50.
Hold down the top left and top right buttons.
50 men should
At
be
the
enough to
same
get
time,
most jobs
hold
done.
down the select buttons on both controller 1
But taking
and
50
2.
men to a
Cool.
theme park,
That's where your
very
friend
difficult
may
to
come in
coordinate. I
handy.
wouldn't want to
Now,
do
if you
it.
did this right, you
Sorry,
can
I'm just
begin
like,
the game
no.
At least one of those
50
men is going to
men.
drop.
Yeah, like, nah, sorry, I'm leaving early.
Oh,
One more time.
Number
First,
big.
Bring up the title screen. Next, hold down the top left and top right buttons. And at the same time, hold down the select buttons on both
I have
controller 1
2
and
cartridges of this
controller
game.
2.
I can never sell them because they're bonded. They're twins, you know.
Oh, dear.
All right.
Oh god, the audio sync is way the fuck off on
The audio
this.
sync is terrible.
It makes sense because it's fucking Fantasia. Who
That'll
cares?
Get you a whole bunch of hidden items. Watch this. While you're in level 1.
Sorry, I
wait
just
for
love
the
that this
first
is a
marching
game that
broom to
Roy
come out.
Disney saw, and
Once
he
you
was
see
just
it,
like, I'm
lead it to the
going
far
to
left of the
just
screen.
die.
Okay.
now.
Sega,
All
you're
the
in
way to
trouble.
the left. Leap in the air and bounce on top of the broomstick.
This is what
A spell book
Fantasia
with
deserves.
3
This is
extra
exactly
magic
what
flaps
Fantasia
and
deserves.
5
Yeah, they don't
buttons
deserve
will
properly
appear
synced
on the
audio.
stairs. Go, Mickey.
Go, Mickey, to a better game. It's off by like several seconds.
I kind of love it, though. Should I stop and try again?
You wanna?
Okay, alright.
Yeah, let's do that. Surely it can't be like that off sync, right? Right?
Let's see. Nope, it's just off sync really bad.
All right.
Cool. No one gives a crap about GamePro TV.
This game is barely hitting the stores.
Can we get a re-rip,
Game
please?
Lab Gizmo gods managed to get their hands on Wizardry 2, bud. Night of Diamonds.
Wizard.
For the NES. Now remember that our
This guy gonna tell me about wizardry?
4 different categories, okay?
That's right, dude. You know it. They check for graphics, sound effects, whether the game gives you monster challenge, and finally, the fun factor.
All right, good. Lily's here.
Fun is this game to play?
Well, dude, I hope it's majorly fun, you know what I'm saying?
It better be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've been
opponent,
waiting for
it's
this card to make it to the
desynchronized in
screen.
different ways
Yeah,
in
we've
different
gotta be cheating on
places.
it.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
This one, it's a fascinating way to desynchronize.
No. For this card to make any sense, you need to understand the legend of the Staff of Nilda. So here's how it goes.
Get
the
that
action
in your
occurs
head,
in
people.
the city of Ligament, a town which was once
City of Ligament?
invulnerable to bad guys due to the magical powers of the Staff of Nilda.
Ligament these
There
nuts,
was, however,
bro!
one most serious problem with this setup. You see, anyone who was born in the city of Ligament was not
fair.
affected by the Staff's magical powers, so as long as the dudes were born in the city were cool, no problemo. But if there was a bad guy born in the city, well, you know the story. One bad apple can ruin a whole city of Ligament. So that's where Dabblepuss comes in. You see,
We're getting bonked a
Dabblepuss
lot
staged a coup
for some
and knocked
reason.
off the entire
That's
royal
fair.
family, with the exception of Princess Margda and her brother Prince Alavic, who got away. Now, Alavic was able to beat up the bad dude Dabblepuss in the castle of Ligament. So you think the story's over now, right, bud? Wrong! No way! As Dabblepuss fell, he uttered a curse so heinous that he took out himself, the castle, Alavic, and the magic staff, and that is where you come in.
Cool.
It's up to you to rescue the staff or the
Wizardry
city.
lore masters, can you confirm? Is that true?
You
Did
do
he
this
get it
by
right?
leading a party of 6 down and dirty brawlers, each with his own special skill.
Down and dirty
Now, some
brawlers.
of these skills are pretty cool, like the fighter who does some awesome head bashing, and the mage who has the power to roast monsters alive.
So how did the ratings come out? I'll tell you what
And
the
the
boys in the
DC
hood
The sync is,
I
yeah.
kind of love it, though. I don't want it to be fixed
Definitely
right now.
not. All in all, we gotta say that, well,
Just
they're pretty
the
average.
thing in my life that I needed all along, I didn't know this until it happened, but the thing I needed was Bernard Howard to tell me about wizardry.
Now,
Now it
what we
starts
like
with
is
Ligament.
the challenge. The game takes an average of 150 hours of gameplay time to complete. Wow. This is not a game for the impatient or lighthearted, but if you do like to take on a major gamer project, go for it. When it comes to an awesome role-playing game,
Yeah, it's just
Wizardry
like it's been
2
dubbed.
is actually one of the best around. We just wish that maybe the designers had spent as much time on the graphics.
Yeah, who out there playing
as they did
150 hours
describing
of
this
wizardry on
totally cool
NES?
story. You must agree with me, B-Man.
Yeah.
We are in
Yeah.
total agreement.
We all love wizardry here. I played this game in arcades.
I don't remember this game.
This is an Atari game, so it's got a bunch of weird digitized people in
Atari is
it.
back in the arcades with a happening new game called
Like this guy.
Riot 4-wheel drive. Let's check it out. With sizzling graphics of the cars,
This looks like one of those mini Atari arcade games that should have gone unreleased, but this one actually got lucky enough to be released.
It does seem unreleased to me. It just has that veneer to it.
Yeah, it's got the same look as like Danger Express.
and terrifying tracks.
Right on. Doesn't sound too tough now, does it? Now, the drive's not as smooth as it might seem, particularly when you introduce the
Wow, that
stun
machine's
gun
making a lot of noise. You hear that?
Sure, yeah.
You take your
Sounds
aim
like
at
a
your
lawnmower.
competition here. With the stun gun, you slow the dude
Okay,
down
but a
with the drive
Lawnmower
too,
Man
okay?
arcade game would
Now,
have
while
been
the
sick.
idea is to whip your way
Would it have
through the
been?
11 selectable
No, it
tracks
would
in
have
one piece.
fucking sucked.
Gotta
Sorry,
find it. You
sorry.
just gotta go for a crash scene every once in a while, like so.
And this looks good when it's emulated right. I don't think MAME still emulates this
crash.
perfectly.
You get this bonus play at the end of the game. And winning allows you to go to the next round free of charge, but if you don't finish first, have another quarter ready, because it's going to kind of cost you, bud.
Oh yeah, it's probably the seat motor making all that noise.
There's one feature I haven't told you about just because I'm into saving the best for last. Road Riot 4-wheel drive comes with a rump thump. You heard me.
Yeah.
That means you can actually feel the shakes, the rattles, the rolls you encounter during the course competition in your seat and in the steering wheel. It's very tough. You like
It comes with a rump thump.
Rump thump.
Now,
I told you about the rump thump I experienced at the museum, right?
You got rump thumped at the museum.
Okay, so...
Hang on, we have to hear from Mike.
Okay, hold on, Mike.
He finished Ultimate 2. Let's hear it from him.
Hi, I'm Mike McArdle from Aurora, Illinois, and I finished Ultimate 2 Avatar for the Nintendo.
Hi, I'm Randy Green from Marysville, Michigan, and I scored a fantastic score of 104,020 on Splatterhouse on a TurboGrafx 16.
Hello, I'm Callistus.
Now it's like it's redubbed.
Tennessee. I finished Super Mario 3 for my Nintendo.
Whoa, major league score.
Yeah,
dude.
I went
Your
to a
GamePro
museum that
subscriptions
had
are
an
in the
interactive
mail. You can't win unless you
4D
send 'em in.
theater, but all the effects were turned off, including the air, the water. The only effect that was on was the thing that bumped your butt in your seat. And I only felt it when a crocodile was like fake
Whoa,
biting
hold up,
us.
pal. It's time for me to head down and take a bite out of SWAT World. And if I got it right, I am going to be doing some serious submarine time.
Oh, submarine time. You better be careful, okay? Because there's a lot of scary things in the ocean, bud.
Hey,
This
come
rocks.
on,
I don't
what
know
happened
if
to
this
me?
is fucking fit.
This is this is a new way to experience GamePro TV.
This is a very RetroPals way to experience
It's off by like 60 seconds right
Yeah,
now.
this is just, we're just doing some
I see what
we
he
don't know
means.
what we're watching now.
Maybe I could catch a plane instead.
Or maybe you should just take a tube, dude.
Ah,
Take
good
a
dude. All right,
For
later.
Red October.
Secret weapons.
No, tell me how to play.
Whoa, nice wave, dude. One of my favorite movies in the past year was The Hunt for Red October.
Krungo, you had Hunt for Red October on Game Boy.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Holy shit.
During the stage where you see the map of the Atlantic Ocean, push the A
For those who
and B
don't know,
buttons
this is
down
one
at
of the
the
more
same
inexplicable
time. Now,
licensed
while
games.
holding down A and B,
Because this is like a
hit
serious
up,
drama
then down.
movie, but they
When
licensed
your
it and made a game out of it like
your
it's an
game
action
log
game.
will show
If
25
I recall, it's
missiles.
part of
Not
the Jack
bad.
Ryan series, correct?
Let's
It's
run
part
that
of
one
the
down again.
Tom Clancy
During
Jack
the
Ryan
stage where
series.
you
I think
see
so,
the map
yeah.
of the
Okay.
Atlantic Ocean. Push the A and B buttons down at the same time. All right, so far so good. Now, while holding down A and B, hit up, then down. And when that game begins, the 25
Listen, we all
missiles
want the
are
Radio
yours.
Flyer SNES game to be
Yeah,
out.
I think it every time. Alright, Fazanadu fans.
Peru. Here's one for that NES classic, Faxanadu. Now, if you've been playing Faxanadu like I have for a long time,
Get the
and
facts
wish you could
on
figure out how to
Faxanadu.
finish the game, check this out. It's as easy
Great
as the following
code.
password.
Please read
Capital
out the whole
V,
thing.
Q, question mark,
Yes!
question mark, capital U, N, question mark, comma, capital G, capital M, M, capital Y, X, capital U, capital Q, H, period, capital C, capital E, capital I, capital Q, G.
I didn't get
Okay,
that. Can you repeat
enter
it?
this password and tell them what they've won, Don.
You've won the rank of Lord, a Dragon Slayer, a battle suit, and a battle helmet. You'll also receive a Sapphire Elf ring, a Demon's ring, a magical rod, and 8 red potions. JD?
Thank you, Don. Now, with all that stuff, you can't help but make it to the end of the game. Good luck.
You can't help but make it to the end of the
Let's run
game.
that one down again.
Oh yeah, we
Capital
better.
B, Q, question mark, question mark.
All right,
capital U,
sit, get
N,
comfortable.
This was
question
always my
mark,
favorite
comma,
part of the show when they would read out
capital
these
G,
extremely
capital
long
M,
passwords twice.
M, capital Y, X,
For a game that, like,
capital
3
U,
kids played.
It's
capital
pretty
Q,
funny, yeah.
H, period, capital C, capital E, capital I, capital Q, G.
No, don't go to the next segment. I'm still reading. What's a 16-bit hit, do you think?
We've got Game Lab spies everywhere, so we
Radical
can get
Rex.
the scoop on what's happening now and what's going to be happening in the future. So watch your backs. Well, one of our
Okay.
spies managed to get a
He's
hold
gonna kill
of
me,
a super
cool.
sneak preview of the SNES game Rocketeer based on the Disney movie. Now remember,
That
this
game's
game is still being
horrible.
worked on even as I talk
Rocketeer,
about it.
That's one of the worst Super Nintendo games.
Hush, hush, my friend. Now, this game is designed to have 5 episodes.
But you'll only see one because it sucks.
So check it out.
Yeah,
The graphics.
chat
The
going
first
off on how
episode,
bad this is.
Cliff Secord's trusted bud, Peavy, gives our hero Cliff a few awesome airplanes to try out, including the Mondo Cirrus X3. You also
Mondo.
get to quickly check out this rocket pack in a man versus machine race. Now, what Cliff does not know is that hanging out inside the hangar is this Nazi SS officer and the Nazi Rocket Man. Bogus dude.
Bogus
Yeah.
dude.
So now, these dudes are waiting to grab Cliff and his buds, and of course, the rocket pack. And that takes us to the next level, where the Nazis grab Peavy, Jenny...
I'm glad
and
we're all on the
rocket
same
pack,
page
but
about the
Cliff
rocket
man gets
Nazis.
away.
They're bogus
He's a stud.
dudes.
Then you take over control as Cliff and you fight off Nazi rocket men.
Who has ever seen this level in their entire life? No one. No one has ever gotten to this without cheating. This is a fake game. This might as well not exist.
So, Cliff takes off after the Nazi fighter plane, the Locust. That's where
Is that why
Jenny
they're
and
just
Phoebe are
telling us
being
about
held
it?
captive, okay?
Because you'll never see this.
On this level, Cliff succeeds in freeing
Look at this
Phoebe,
fake game.
But Jenny remains a prisoner of the Nazis inside this enormous-looking Zeppelin. It is massive. I speak the truth.
Absnerity, you've beaten this? You're one of like 3 or 4 people,
And then you
surely.
fly to the Zeppelin, and they gotta dodge all these like armored flying tanks, and they got these air mines coming at them and missiles. And then if you make it through level 4 alive, you can get on board the Zeppelin and head off in search of Jenny. Yeah.
Wow, that is quite a story. Now, there's one final level we haven't
What a
showed you
story,
yet.
Bernard.
But hey, there's got to be some surprises. Start looking for this game to hit the store soon, and stay tuned to GamePro.
Stay the fuck away.
On this awesome new game cart.
If you want 30 extra lives in Gradius 3, don't move.
I do.
Great voice. I love that voice.
Hi, this is Daniel Garrett from Valencia, California.
Hi.
And I know a good tip for Gradius 3 for the SNES.
Kid, tell me how to beat
When the
Gradius 3.
appears, press down and then left, and then press A 3 times on the control pad, and then start the game, and then you'll get 30 extra minutes. Check it out.
Does that work? I gotta try that shit out.
That was a most excellent tip. You know what? You've got a GamePro tee coming, and it is on its way. You know it.
You're stoked, bud?
Absolutely.
That puts us on pause for this week, absolutely. So don't forget to send in your questions, tips, game scores,
Dirty
all that
sweet
stuff.
men.
Those questions that, they're kind of tough to keep these Game Lab gang gear sharp. Get gutsy. Here's the address.
They finally resynced it right at the very end.
I know, it's so good.
Venice, California.
I screened all these to make sure that they didn't have any fuck-ups. This completely passed me by.
On GamePro, I'm JD Roth. Peace to ya.
Peace to ya. Dirty, sweet, grumpy old men. That should have been a game. Had a sequel hook built right in. Yeah, just suddenly reset. Can't weed from the creative mind.
This weekend, find out by watching our team, the Eyewitness Sports Team. We know Buffalo's watching Rick Zurak with all the scores and highlights.
Oh, yeah.
6 and 11 here on WKBW TV News Channel 7.
News Channel 7.
New York, I love it.
Okay, well, there you go. 3 episodes of GamePro. I think we need a little bit of a break, considering the show is just constantly screaming at you. So let's watch an episode of Funhouse, a show where everything is also screaming at you. This is a show that a lot of people, if you ask them about it, they're like, what the hell are you talking about? Are you talking about Double Dare? Are you talking about Legends of the Hidden Temple? No, this is a game show for kids that was hosted by J.D. Roth, who we just saw in GamePro TV, one of the many children's television shows that he hosted. I have not seen the show since it aired, but I used to watch it every day after school. I watched 10 seconds of this episode to screen it, like I said, for problems, and it made me feel like my head was going to explode. Great. So why don't we enjoy this classic episode of Funhouse together?
You know what, guys? I'm feeling real crabby, and we're gonna find out why. Today on Funhouse!
Here we go. There's no turning back now. Can you move OBS to the other window so I can see? Thank you. There he is.
Tiny, you know what? I think I know why you're feeling so crabby today. Why? Well, why don't you turn around, big guy? There you go. You see?
No.
So I watched this show once as a kid, and it stuck in my brain, and I could never find it again. So for years, I thought I made it up.
I watch this every day. This is reality for me.
All right, good luck, Maryland. We're gonna have fun.
Good luck, Maryland.
There is Maryland. All right, now, then we're gonna move to Delaware, where our players are gonna get a handful of hen feathers stuck all over them. That is very funny. You're gonna love
The show is going to be very confusing to our European viewers. I apologize in advance.
Virginia. How do we feel about Virginia, chat?
Virginia's for lovers.
It's true.
But first, to introduce and bring out our players, Jackie and Sammy. Yeah.
What do we have for the red team?
They are new friends. We've got Patty Cole and Ethan Peterson.
They're new friends. They just met in the audience.
9 years with Angelique Atkins and James Azal.
Yeah, they had cheerleaders to bring out the kids.
I want to know, this is a question from
Yeah, I don't know what the cheerleaders are.
They're just there.
in the United States. Patty?
Ukiah, California. It's up in Northern California.
Okay, that sounds good. Ethan, how about you?
Magic Mountain.
Yeah, let's hear for the red team.
Magic Mountain.
I also love Magic Mountain.
Where's your favorite place in the United States?
Hawaii on a cruise.
Ooh, baby. All right, James. Angelique, what about you?
Carpet San Lucas.
Really, these people have been to a lot of places. My favorite place is home. I always feel safe there. Let's hear it for the gold team.
Okay, I mean, that's agoraphobia, my friend.
You can keep your Hawaiian cruise. Home, that's where I'm safe.
All right, here come the guys. Our first U.S. state stunt today is going to salute the great state of Maryland. And
This will make you feel like you're insane.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Baltimore, Maryland. Now, you see, this stunt is about something Maryland is famous for. Chesapeake Bay crabs. They are excellent. Why don't you guys just hop in
That does
here
sound pretty good.
and we'll get started with the stunt. All right, we call this stunt Crab Grab, because the guys are going to be grabbing these make-believe Maryland crabs from the mud of our very own Chesapeake Bay. Check that out, man. That's disgusting.
Oh
Now,
my
once
God,
they
there was a
grab
fun
the
house
crab,
game
they're gonna
show at
toss
a
it
theme park
into
you
their
went to.
crab boat. But
Oh
of
my
course,
God.
They're going to have to do it the fun house way. How is that, James?
With your teeth.
Gotta
With
look
your
into
teeth.
that.
Ugh.
With
See,
your
the most
teeth.
crabs in their boat, after 30
What?
seconds,
They're
you'll
gonna
know
grab
the
these
point.
disgusting, filthy,
That's all
muddy
there is to it,
crabs
except, for
from
one
the
more
bird's
thing, guys. I
nest
hate to tell you
with
what
their
it is.
teeth.
It's raining, so I'm going to take cover. On your mark. Get
What?
set, go.
No! What the No! Oh my God, they're getting all that nasty. I forget what that stuff is called. I know that stuff. Oh my God, it's
yes.
wet? It's wet!
That's the grossest thing I've ever shown on stream.
Oh my
I'm
God,
so
it's
sorry.
dirty.
I'm really sorry about this. This was children's entertainment back in the day.
This is disgusting.
You would,
They're getting it all over
us,
their bodies.
us latchkey kids would roll home after school and turn on Funhouse.
James, have you ever hunted for crabs like this before?
This is the worst thing I've seen in my life.
Kid's
This
about to have a
makes Double
breakdown.
Dare look like the PBS.
Yeah, this is hardcore Double Dare.
Oh my God, look at how they destroyed that set piece.
Yeah, the
too.
winner gets to drink from the fire hose.
What is that stuff called? Raft something. I know what that little nasty stringy stuff is called. It's disgusting. It's used very frequently in crafts, and it's. Sorry, my mom would do crafts, and she would use that stuff, and it would get everywhere. The idea of getting it in my mouth makes me want to die.
Have fun.
Red team 25 points. All right, listen up to this question.
Time to-
Raffia, that's what it is. It's fucking raffia.
Time to hose these children down.
Which of these animals also has a shell? Salmon, eel, or shrimp?
Salmon.
Patty.
Shrimp?
Shrimp is right for 25
Shit.
points. Way to go.
Sorry, honey.
My brain wouldn't be working right after fishing out crabs with my mouth.
We're going to take a quick break now, but next up, we've got a wacky gloppo stunt from the state of Delaware that's definitely going to gross you out, so stay where you are.
A wacky gloppo stunt from the state of Delaware?
It's definitely gonna gross you out.
Sticky Chicky.
Thank you. I'm the Dizzle for the 3-month resub. Funhouse, Double Dare, but more putting stuff in your mouth. Yeah.
Thank you for the sub.
Constitution, the state nicknamed the Blue Hen State, the amazing, the incredible Delaware. This stunt is all about Delaware's official state bird, the blue hen. You see,
We're going to
there's
put a
one
bunch of
spot,
blue hens in our mouths. That's right,
blue
in our
hens
mouths.
California, and, well, they sat in the sun too long, so, well, they turned red. Here's what they're going to do. Guys, when I say go, you're going to grab a hen out of this slimy blue suntan goo they've been lying in. Then you're going to roll them in these blue feathers and sparkles and make sure they stick to your hen. Next, you're going to toss the hen down to your partner, who is then going to catch it. Now, you got to catch as many
Is
of
this
those
why
hens
I'm
as
so
you
fucked
can,
up?
But you have to hold on.
Yeah,
to it.
no,
If
this
a hen
is
hits the
why
floor
your
for any
brain is
reason,
the way it
you
is.
can't pick it up. It's a
Things
dead
are starting to
hen.
make a lot more
The
sense.
team holding the most hens after 30 seconds is going to win the point.
They showed this to us like it was
I'm gonna add some
normal.
more juice to this baby. All right, look at that blue goo.
Look at that blue goo.
Danny, this show is a parody of kid shows. This isn't real. Look at this.
Do you think there was any kids who like turned up their nose at Double Dare and they were just like, no, I want the hardcore shit. Give me Funhouse.
Funhouse is genuinely way more disgusting than Double Dare. It's honestly impressive.
Now, if you look on YouTube, there's a ton of episodes of Funhouse. The UK version, that version has been specifically very carefully preserved for future generations. There's only a handful of episodes, the US one.
Is the UK version like the US one?
It's less super sloppy.
America loves being sloppy and sticky in the 90s. Oh, God, I can't look at this.
This is some of the grossest stuff we've ever broadcast. We're pushing the limits of what Twitch is going to allow.
Like, my fucking autism is like, I hate sticky shit,
Don't,
so seeing
don't
this,
think about the sticky chickens.
I can't stop it, it's just,
They really do look disgusting.
It does. I'm just seeing this, and my brain is activating like, nope, too sticky, nope, absolutely. Look at them, covered in oh, man.
Kids had to work for game shows back in the day.
I don't know why this grosses me out, but I'm totally fine with what would you do. I guess because I'm like, it's
You're just
less...
a Pie Pod fan.
Yeah, well, Pie Pod you can wipe off. Easy peasy. This is like...
The stains of this never wash off your soul.
Exactly. Oh, I loved Finders Keepers. That was a show that I used to watch.
Imagine doing this shit and then losing.
You call male chickens hawks, gulls, or roosters? Ethan. Roosters.
I swear that other kid hit it first and didn't go off.
Yeah.
No, that was...
25. I'm going to the next stunt, and you know who I'm taking? I'm taking the girls. We are headed to Virginia.
Okay,
Did
JD.
you see he touched the kid? He's like, I'm taking the girls. And the kid's like, well, then why'd you...
All right,
He's
JD.
like, why'd you touch me?
Our third state salute today is for the state of Virginia. And we're about to play our extra special Virginia version of a very famous stunt we call Presidential Pinhead. You're going to love this.
People who've lived in Virginia, is this what Virginia is like?
We all go around playing Presidential Pinhead.
News and WRLH in Richmond and Petersburg and WVFT in Roanoke and Lynchburg.
We love our local affiliates. Now here's some disgusting sticky chickens.
Were born in Virginia than any other state. Hey, that's what this stunt is about. The girls.
Wait a minute, we learned that fact just the other day. Or I did on one of our streams. There's more presidents from Virginia than anywhere else.
Really?
How did it come back around to that?
Above their heads, well, they're filled with gallons of glop. By the end of the stunt, one of the pinheads is going to break the balloon and drop gallons of glop all over them.
Gallons of glop, Alex.
Gallons?
The last name
of glop?
Now, his first name is written on one of these cards that they're going to be holding. When they know what the first name is, they're going to show me the card and hit the signal. If they're right,
this is so complicated. What the fuck happened to just glopping up?
Whatever happened to putting a sticky chicken in your mouth?
Yeah, Richard Nixon gloppiest president. Super sloppy Nixon. The Watergate was actually slime.
Hand me that. You know what that says? George, my man, George Washington. Gold team's going up.
My man, George Washington. President number 1.
Show me the first name of President Jefferson.
Thomas.
Let me see that, Patty. Thomas.
Patty's whipping ass.
Patty is whipping ass.
Patty's gonna embarrass this kid with the goop.
We have to have a little talk here. If you miss the next one, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get gross me out glop all over you. Get in there, okay? The next one we're looking for is the first name of President Madison. Ooh. Patty is quick. There's no doubt about it.
Patty is a nerd for the presidents.
She just didn't want to get gooped.
Oh,
it's milky.
There is something about the goop in this that is the worst goop I've seen in my life. Yeah, why is it this? This is disgusting. I get
all the fluid in this show is very viscous and disgusting
it's
looking.
It's really bad. It makes me miss slime.
Questions about presidents. Is the president's term of office 4 years, 6 years? Ethan.
6 years.
Ha! Idiot.
Kid, come on.
Is the president's term of office, how long is it? 4 years or 8 years? Go ahead, James.
4 years.
4 years.
There you go, kid.
6 years. Who would say 6 years?
Coming up, it's time for the Funhouse Grand Prix race. That's the event that's going to take one of our teams to the awesome Funhouse. We'll see you at the starting line. Let's go, boys.
And yeah, you're going to find out why this is called Funhouse. It's because there's an actual Funhouse. and it will make you lose your mind. God.
It's just, the goop is too... No, you know what? I've never seen Funhouse. I was confusing Funhouse with Finders Keepers.
Oh, so this is new to you?
I've never seen this before. Why are they dressed like the dog police?
Where are they coming from?
Nobody knows who they are. What is this?
When they come to the hedges, they're just gonna jump over them. And doggies, don't forget to grab these 10 and 25-point tokens everywhere.
Danny, this show's fake. This is made up in a lab to make you insane.
I'm so glad I got to show this off.
What
You all
is
get
this?
You all get an essential part of the Danny experience.
Is gonna win the points. Guys, if you're ready, bark. Oh, masculine bark. There, much better. And I don't know, make a horse sound.
Shut up! They're fine.
Right, keep going then. On your mark.
Kids, make sure your barks are masculine. Well, this is happening.
Oh, I don't like this.
As usual.
With their mouths?
It involves using your mouth.
Hey, they don't do that as much in Double Dare. They're not like grab things with your mouth. You know why? Because that's... Don't! That's...
This is like the kids show equivalent of like eye trauma in horror movies. It's just something you don't want to see.
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, yes. This is just like... it is viscerally disgusting, this show. Why their mouth? Yeah, this is a super spreader event for everything.
Every kid in this audience got every disease. Look, in the 80s, we were just putting our mouths on everything. We're not like you sensitive millennial types. Wait, we are the millennials.
We are the sensitive millennials, honey.
Shit. I can be sensitive and put my mouth on everything, all right?
Well, you're gonna get more diseases that way.
What are the rules? They're doing a second lap? What?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Guys? Come back. Oh, I see. The other kid had to do the dog and pony show.
But they don't have to bite the...
Both of them had to cross. Their horse got across first. Their dog got across first. The team came across first. They get the checkered flag. Hold on to that.
None of that makes any sense.
I just can't believe that this is like Double Dare without dignity.
Should have called it Dignity Dare.
So then they win. You guys got to cross first together. That means the gold team gets
These kids just look like they're suffering more. You know what I mean? They don't look like they're having a good time. Look at them.
There's a lot of suffering here.
Look at their faces. They seriously all look upset. I feel for them.
All right, now we're going to the blues. 1, 2, 3. That gives the gold team 200 points. Way to go. Ethan.
If this segment is someone's furry awakening, God bless.
You gotta build your own indoor track to be a dog and a horse. So much work.
2, 3, and 4. All right, now we're going to the blues. They have 165. You need more than 200. We give them 1 blue. That gives them 190. Guess what, guys? You have 3 blue tokens. You're going to the funhouse.
I'm afraid of the funhouse.
All right, Red Team, you get to experience the final humiliation.
Each of you receive this clothing. EJ Katana Boys.
Katana Boys.
Katana Boys.
And E-Girls.
And much more. EJ Katana Boys. Let's rock at a store near you.
Katana Boys.
Katana Boys, rise up.
Take-home shoes furnished by
British Knights.
It's more fun to wear British Knights with the amazing gold BK button.
Right, we're also giving them the home game of Funhouse. It's a great game. I've got one. Let's hear it from
What would the home game of that even be? It just comes with a bucket of slime.
Just like, go to your local sewer and roll around in the sewage.
I wouldn't move if I were you. Let's go, Red Team.
All right, the grand finale, what you've all been waiting for, which you sit through the whole episode to get to.
You can see why I would confuse this with Finders Keepers, yeah? Because they
Yeah.
also ran through. Okay.
What do you think, Tiny?
Hey, melonheads. You could start out by pushing through the small tall house to the alligator swamp. Inside that gator's mouth is a tag that wins you both for Sonic's portable AM/FM stereo.
Wow, that's in the gator's mouth.
That's in every gator's mouth.
Yeah, where's the shrine with the silver monkey?
Next, head on upstairs into our greenhouse. All these flower petals look the same. Pull the right one to
I believe this predated Legends of the Hidden Temple.
It did. It really did.
Fully automatic wind.
Look at those shitty cameras.
Those look pretty shitty.
And the in-fashion jeans camera.
God, those little candy bar ones were just the worst.
They really were. I took so many bad photos
Next,
with
be
them.
careful crossing the drawbridge. Then either splash into our balloon lagoon or rush to the top
The
of the
balloon
ice.
lagoon.
Whoa. We're in the condo's nest. You'll find a tag that wins you both concert tickets for a year.
What?
For who?
To who?
Even in person. You'll receive concert tickets once a month for a whole year.
Spin Doctors tickets for a year.
So you both could win Nintendo's most challenging system ever.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Control deck,
The most challenging system ever.
the new power pad, and triple game pack containing 3 games. Next, tumble to the Thunder Mat Dryer, into the Batcave, where you both could win this mini recording studio. Songtech Studio B singing system.
That's
and
just a
Songtech's backing track,
karaoke.
like You Be the
Yeah, be a kid with your own karaoke machine.
Same production team as Legend of the Hidden Temple? Okay, okay.
I see. That makes sense.
Or you could squeeze your way through the tire tunnel. Then get dripping wet in the shower room. Next, head on upstairs into my room. I'm waiting behind one of these doors. And you both could win this.
This is just a kid torture studio.
You'll stay at the Oasis Water Resort Villa Hotel. Plus 2-day admission to the Oasis Water Resort. Featuring California.
We've filmed everything here in this
Never even
studio.
heard of this place. I don't even think it exists anymore. The water park looks kind of shitty. That's a really
house.
shitty water park.
A house that every kid can hate.
Ethan, you listening to me? Yeah. All right, here's what you do. I want you to go into the fun house, grab any 3 tags you want. Come on out here, high five Patty, then you're going in there for 3 more tags. You guys got it?
Yeah.
All right, then we're gonna do it. Don't forget today's Secret Power prize tag. If one of them puts the Secret Power prize tag, they're both going on this great vacation.
Yeah, it's non-linear, like the temple in Legends of the Hidden Temple.
This is like the only good prize. Okay, Florida.
That are 97 including lakefront acres with access to water sports and only 10 minutes from Disney World.
Okay, let's go.
We'll be flying you and a parent from Los Angeles to Florida on Delta Airlines. You receive the complete fantastic Flyer membership package with games, puzzles, and prizes from Delta, the official airline for kids. Can I go?
Oh yeah, I hope you guys.
I'm the announcer. I end every sentence like this.
Set our timer. Wait a minute, check this out, Ethan. I just found a penny on the floor. Ethan, put that in your pocket for good luck, all right?
Whoa, this show's crazy. A penny on the floor?
Show rules.
There's no rules.
Ready, go.
All right, it's Funhouse time.
Here we fucking
You sat
go.
through this whole stream just for this moment.
Okay.
There goes Ethan into the fun house. AM cassette recorder, and he's going into the greenhouse.
Go, 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 go. Just rip them all off.
Ethan, he's got it.
He's got it good. It is interesting how this is non-linear. I do enjoy that.
Why didn't I just watch Double Dare? This kind of sucks.
Yeah, I watched Double Dare. That was what
I guess Double Dare wasn't on when this was airing.
This kid's moving fast.
Get ready. High five. Go, Patty. Good job, baby. Right here.
Listen, we were all hoping for the kids to eat
Oh, a
shit.
lot of kids fell down doing this.
This looks a lot more painful than the Double Dare one. There's
Yeah,
$100.
a lot of places in here are like very slippery and dangerous to be on. That's why they have helmets. Come on, Patty. You're embarrassing us all. Yeah, get dunked on.
Hey, she at least got the trip. I'm happy for her.
Oh, good
Video
point.
games, yeah,
Good-
yeah, get it.
Good point, Devil Ray. Double Dare was on cable. This is
Yeah.
syndicated, so all you kids without cable, this is the best you were gonna get.
Yeah, I only,
You get J.D. Roth instead of Mark Summers.
yeah, I think at this point I did have cable, so because my dad really wanted the Disney Channel.
Come on, Patty. Come on, Patty.
They make you do this shit in boot camp or shit, right?
They do,
Where you
yeah,
crawl through the
no,
tires.
this is very difficult.
This isn't fun. Well, at least these kids are getting a lot of prizes. Go, Ethan.
Alright, kid, you only got 12 seconds. You're not gonna get it. Go, go, just run back.
Concert tickets.
Concert tickets for a year.
Run. Kid, no. Okay, those stairs look so dangerous. Did
That
you
looks
see how
pre-
sloppy wet they were?
That looks pretty rickety and
No,
and slippery,
the
yeah.
stairs were dripping with water. This is an OSHA violation.
On the drawbridge. That's all right. You guys did great. You did a great job. We're gonna find out what they want. They both get the video games.
Good.
Look, back then we drank from the garden hose, and we went into the extremely dangerous fun house, and we loved it.
Camera. They're each getting the AM, FM cassette recorder. They're both getting a year of concert tickets.
That was okay. So I'm glad they get the year concert tickets. Okay.
Yeah, they were locked in.
Did the lucky penny work or what? Way to go. All
All right, you know what? Pretty good haul for these kids. I take it back. Not bad.
I'd go through all that goop for that. The kids that lost, though, I would feel like shit.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're heading out west to
Washington, Oregon,
I would be
and
tasting
Idaho
that chicken
candy
goop for
coated
months.
apples for Tiny. We're gonna cook up some Idaho potatoes, chomp down some trees, beaver style. We'll see you then.
Excuse me?
Beaver style! Beaver style!
Alex, after the
Beaver
show, you
style.
want to chomp down on some trees beaver style?
Fuck yeah, we're gonna do beaver style. Open beaver style.
And by that, I mean, you want to smoke weed?
Okay, I guess.
Chomp down on trees beaver style.
Association with and distributed by Rama Telepictures. Cool.
Cool.
Well, there you go. That's the first and last time that Twitch is going to allow us to broadcast Funhouse. We could watch the UK show for a much more dignified and less goopy experience, but that's the version I saw. So we're going to finish things up with 1.5 episodes of GamePro TV.
Okay.
This episode hasn't been fully preserved. There's like a big chunk of it missing, but it's very important. It's the GamePro Awards. What do you think wins the GamePro Awards in 1991? Let's find out.
Video games.
Also important, this is the first Season 2 episode, which makes a major change.
And welcome to the first annual Game
You'll see in a second.
Awards. With your host, J.D. Ross.
Oh, you can turn it up on the VLC volume meter.
Hi everybody and welcome to a very special edition of GamePro. It's the first annual GamePro Award Show. Now today, we're handing out awards
You
for
noticing
game
what's
cards
missing
chosen
from
as the
Season
very
2?
best of
Where's
1991.
my man
And the
freak?
judges who determined which games would receive
Where's
these
my
mucho
man
prestigious trophies
freak?
were
Bernard
the
took a
members of
dirt
Team
nap for
GamePro.
Season 2.
Now, this is a
No!
group made up of readers of GamePro magazine, which, as you know, is the #1 source for home and arcade video game information. So, without further delay, let's kick it with a look at who snatched the gold in the Best 8-Bit Game of the Year category.
He was there for the full 10 episodes of Season
Now,
1.
with the
Then in
16-bit game
episode
coming on
11 or
strong
12, suddenly it's just
1991,
JD himself.
You wouldn't have thought it would be a happening year for the 8-bit game carts as well. So I gotta tell you, when the time came to choose the best, we were surprised by just how many games deserved consideration.
Yeah.
But when the dust had cleared, there was only one game that stood head and shoulders above the rest.
What is it?
Ever since this game arrived on the scene last May, gamers everywhere have been blown away by a brand new bunch of green amphibious creatures who are heroes, but not in the half shell.
Huh?
They're the Battletoads for the NES.
Oh my god.
Battletoads. Yeah, this is the
system.
Game Awards that
We
everyone
hear
was all
players
excited
everywhere
about.
saying,
Yeah, the Game
"I can't
Awards.
believe this is an 8-bit
I get why
game
people
card."
would be upset about
With
Battletoads
phenomenal
being
action
nominated,
sequences,
though, I get it.
combining
Some
the
things
very
don't
best of
change.
games, such as Double Dragon and Teenage
Game of the
Mutant
Year,
Ninja
Battletoads.
Turtles.
It's official.
Gamers everywhere flock to the stores to get their copy of this most excellent cart so they could get busy with the adventures of Rash, Pimple,
Gamers,
and
did you
Dick
flock to the
on
stores so you
quest
could get
to
busy
defeat
with the
the Dark
Battletoads?
Queen.
Who was there
So,
back
the
then?
award for the
Did you
best
flock?
8-bit video game of 1991
I would not get busy
goes
with the
to
Battletoads. They are
Battletoads
literally
from
all
the
named
folks
after
at
skin
Trading West.
conditions.
And stay tuned, because there's a 16-bit Battletoad adventure coming to Super Nintendo.
You wouldn't want to
very
get down
soon.
with Rash?
In fact, I just
That is
found out
literally
that our
like
Game
the
Lab
last
5
person I
managed
want to get down
smuggle out
with.
this tasty preview of the 16-bit version. Check it out.
There's a 16-bit Battletoads. Whoa, they look bigger and hotter than ever.
May as well just call Rash
Wow,
gonorrhea or
that was
some
some really
shit.
cool stuff.
I'm
Maybe
sorry.
we'll see Battletoads here next year in the
Brennan's
16-bit
gone and I'm
category.
sad.
Yeah, in evaluating which shows I should put on the stream, I noticed how depressing Season 2 was because poor JD is just there without his friend. He seems so lonely.
Kinda does.
Found themselves buried under a pile of game contenders.
Yeah, I was
But
buried
when
under a
the
pile
votes
of
were
game
in,
contenders.
Team GamePro
We've been there.
chose Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective
Oh,
for the
yeah.
TurboGrafx 16 CD-ROM as the top graphics achievement of 1991.
Best graphics of 1991.
1991 came to a
52
close.
colors at a
The
time, baby.
TurboGrafx 16 was still the only video game system in the United States that had an optional compact disc game drive. But it wasn't until NEC released Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective that gamers everywhere had a really good reason to go out and buy this CD edition.
Gamers
Sherlock Holmes
everywhere.
demonstrated
Definitely
with
more than 6
unbelievable
people bought
clarity
this.
just what a CD-ROM drive could do when it comes to displaying live video on a game screen. Unlike
These aren't even
anything we've
graphics.
seen
You have a
before.
point.
We all know that the future of home video games.
How would you decide good graphics for like real people, like just their general attractiveness?
I think they just thought Sherlock looked better than Sewer Shark or whatever.
Like Tom Cruise, it's like, wow, good graphics on that guy.
Remember that the first to really show us what graphics could be on a home game screen was Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, our 1991 winner for graphics achievement. Welcome back.
I'd have given it to Battletoads.
Yeah,
They did a lot with graphics.
Handheld game of the year. Now let's face it.
Handheld game of the year.
It wouldn't be Christmas without a new Mega Man adventure, would it? And dudes,
just wouldn't be Christmas without good old Mega Man.
Oh, we've had so many Christmases without Mega Man since then.
First Game Boy adventure.
Bring
we
him
not
back.
only had the Christmas present we
Actually,
were
they
looking
keep
for,
doing it and failing,
we
never
also
mind.
had the handheld game of the year. The first Game Boy version, featuring the popular Mega Man character, turned out to be one of the most exciting Mega Man ventures of all time. In Doc Wily's Revenge, we met up with some of the good old villains we know and love from earlier Mega Man adventures, along with the all-new and incredibly evil Mega Man Hunter.
You guys agree with this, that Mega Man 1 and 2 for Game Boy were just as good as the NES ones?
Small screen. With all the fun,
I don't
excitement,
agree,
and elements of its big brother
but what do
NES
I know?
version,
I'm not J.D.
Mega Man
Roth.
was the hands-down
Tom
winner
Cruise
for
is
the
like if you made a
handheld game of
AAA
the year.
human.
And to
My
the folks
God.
at Capcom who keep turning out these Mega Man adventures, we say, keep them coming. And I am accepting this award on behalf of Mega Man, who is in Europe taking a vacation from Doc Wily. We love you, Mega Man.
What's he doing in Europe? He's in Amsterdam smoking that weed.
He's gonna say sunbathing.
He's
You
becoming
and I.
weed man.
Excuse me. Yeah. Oh, hey, thanks a lot.
Is it all the bongs
All right.
smoke in the background that's
If there's
got you?
one
got
area
I think
where
that's what it
Super
is,
Nintendo
yeah.
has really shined, it's got to be the incredibly realistic sound effects and magnificent
You know what
music
they're doing
that
back
emanate
there.
from this video game cart. So, it's no wonder that an SNES game
That's why they
walked
gave
off with
Sherlock
the
Holmes
honors
like
in the
5-star,
sound achievement
5 the
category
winner for
in
like
what
best
proved to
graphics.
be
Because
the
they were like,
closest
it's
award
so
race
real,
in the
man.
bunch. We gotta
Scary
tell
Larry
you
just
that
finished
the
his
Team
review. Time to
GamePro
smoke up.
judges had a difficult time choosing between ActRaiser, Toe Jam and Earl, and Super Castlevania 4.
Those are 3
Each of
very
these
good games.
Gave us remarkable sound and are worthy
What
of
do you think
mention.
won?
But when the votes were counted, the judges picked Super Castlevania 4.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Castlevania 4.
Excellent soundtrack.
In the
This
Super
level's a pain
NES
in the
version
ass.
Of the Belmont's long-running battle against Dracula and the forces of evil, we
Very
found
long-running
ourselves
battle.
exposed to
How
sound
did
effects
ActRaiser lose
unlike
this?
anything we have
That had
previously
some
experienced
pretty
in the
excellent music.
comfort of our own homes. And the
We found
music
a derivative
for the
of John
action,
Williams's
they ought to release a
famous
CD of
Star
this
Wars
stuff.
score.
Put it on the radio because these sounds are a stone-cold hit. Our congratulations go to Konami, the company who bring you Super Castlevania 4 and the winners of the GamePro Sound Achievement Award.
I like how he says it
Way
like
to
a kid
go.
would say
This
Superman.
joystick
Yeah.
is
Super
yours.
Castlevania 4.
Team GamePro's decision is in for the best sports game of 1991.
Oh, this should be good.
Not. And I could not agree more with their choice. Definitely not. Now, in a year that saw fantastic steps forward in graphic excellence and overall quality in sports game carts, there was one game which stood way above the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Get real. I'm talking about NHL hockey for the Genesis.
Oh!
If you haven't yet picked up your controller,
The first
Yeah,
one?
this
off
guy
of this
hates
monster
balls.
sports cart, you have no idea what you're missing.
This came out
Sure,
the same year as
graphics
Madden
are
92.
excellent. The sound effects,
Madden,
top-notch.
more like
But what this
sad
game
and
is all
throwing
about
football
is
at your
realism
face.
and action.
Get real,
As
loser.
your players glide across the ice rink,
Yeah,
you
93
can
and
see all
94 I've
happens.
heard are really
There's
good, but no one ever
penalties,
talks about the
power
original.
plays, and hey, what would a hockey game be without fights? Choose your team from a full complement
Oh, yeah, they
of
let you fight in
NHL
this.
hockey clubs created to
Before the
accurately
NHL
represent each team's real-life
decided not to let
strengths
you
and
do that.
weaknesses. You can even change lines just like a real hockey team would, depending on the situation you face in the game. Hey, look, I gotta tell you that NHL hockey is the absolute state-of-the-art in sports game action, and we congratulate our friends at Electronic Arts for hours of exciting game-playing action.
Thank you
Hey,
to our
guys,
friends at
keep 'em
EA.
coming.
Thank you.
Please give us free games. All right, best strategy game. What's the best strategy game of 1991, Alex?
It's gotta be,
a hot sports car.
Maybe like a War Song or
It takes a certain
One
kind
of those
game
NEC
pro
games.
to truly
Master of
enjoy
Monsters.
puzzle strategy games.
Military
Rather than
Madness.
just shoot
Oh, that's
fun,
gotta
these
be
cards
Military
make you
Madness.
think and plan.
Populous.
They add an element of brain power that doesn't always exist in other home or arcade game formats.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
solid examples of
Civilization.
puzzling excellence are one of my favorites, Tetris, Dr. Mario, and Columns. While there were a number of puzzlers that our panel of experts took a look at this year, the GamePro teamsters felt that the most exciting and strategy game of 1991 was Faceball 2000 for the Nintendo Game Boy.
It's Faceball!
First-person perspective game of dodgeball in elaborate mazes.
What?
Is one of the great
You know, the
mind
classic
benders
strategy
of all
game, Faceball.
time. It takes thought, planning, and overall strategic
A blend of strategy and puzzle.
fine excuse to rush out and go get yourself a Game Boy.
First of all,
with the Nintendo 4-player link, this game becomes a
the other games that were nominated are also not strategy games. Dr. Mario and Tetris are puzzle games. But
well,
but Faceball 2000 isn't even a puzzle game. It's not even a...
Faceball beats them all out.
Guess what? They're coming out with a new Super Nintendo version due out later this year.
Oh, that's gonna be sick.
What? You want to see it now?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we could arrange a little preview of the 16-bit version for you. So take a look at this.
Strategy game of the year, Alex. You're looking at it.
How is this strategy? It's just
Strategy game of the year in the upper 30% of the screen. This looks awesome.
I do remember Faceball Mania. Like, they were really pushing
definitely
Faceball.
Gonna want to check this one out when it hits the store.
They were pushing it Nintendo Power, I remember that. But strategy game of the year.
GamePro Award Show. Action-adventure games and the
I don't even know what to
SNES seemed to go
say.
hand in hand in 1991.
It's Faceball.
And it wasn't only the Super Nintendo that was taking advantage of an abundance of hard-hitting action carts. Solid action carts appeared for the Genesis, along with some hot adventure game carts for the NES. What had previously been the province of the arcades had now become commonplace on the home screen as top-notch graphics and sound effects made home play of action-adventure games an entirely new game-playing experience.
What is he even talking about?
What game rated #1?
This is like when Jeff
GamePro
Keighley just starts
judges?
rambling about
Check it
his
out.
valued partners in the game
winner of
industry.
The best action-adventure game cart is Super Castlevania 4 for the Super
Okay, that's an action game.
I agree with this.
Popular series of game carts featuring the Belmont's family.
Look at the score. They had to
struggle
continue
defeat
there.
The evil Dracula and his team of killer bosses was the hands-down choice of our team.
Not even
GamePro
once he's
judges
seeing this.
to receive
Call it
this
fail
award.
pro.
This card featured
They got to this
beautiful
part
but
without
spooky
continuing.
graphics, a movie-quality soundtrack.
I'm such an
And
asshole.
a bone-grasping, well-leveled challenge fit for vampire hunters, young, old, and of course, undead. Who? New moves for
Who?
Simon, such as an 8-direction whip.
You
plus
undead
his
gamers,
grapple and
keep an
swing
eye out.
ability Make Super Castlevania 4 the #1 action-adventure video game of 1991.
That's fair to say. I do like that game a lot.
It's good.
Yeah, they're showing off a ton of slowdown in this. Let's see me do it? Well, don't threaten me with a good time. I'll totally do that shit.
You're gonna be a Castlevania gamer.
I will deathless clear this right now.
Again,
Okay,
we
let's go.
congratulate Konami for its achievement in Super Castlevania 4 and anxiously await the next
Skeleton
installment
Tongue is
of
playing
this
Funhouse.
long-running series.
Where's those gooey chickens? Best shoot 'em up. This is gonna be like
There's a
Mario.
certain type of gamer out there who lives and breathes for that very special form of video game card, the shoot 'em up. And once
Is that you,
again,
Danny?
there were a
Yeah.
number of terrific new games in this
I love
category
schmoops.
that found their way onto our home video machines during 1991. But the one that our judges chose as the very best
Darius Twin?
is Gyrus. The
Whoa!
for the Genesis game
They picked a Telenet
released
game.
by the Game Maker
That's
Renovations during the
insane.
spring
That
of
is insane.
1991.
This game did get pretty
had it
good
all.
scores back then.
Graphics and sound that were top-notch, combined with a difficulty level to keep even the best of you interested for a very
This game's
long
hard as shit.
time.
Also, it's a real shoot 'em up, which I didn't
Who
expect
didn't
them
go
to,
crazy
you
as
know,
sucked energy
nominate.
from enemy ships? Now that was original. To the people at Renovation, we say congratulations. And to those of you still trying to make your way through Gyrus, good luck. You'll need it.
Best roleplay game.
Roleplay game.
Not role-playing.
1991 hit the stores in November. It quickly changed as the undisputed innovator of the role-playing genre, electing to place less emphasis on combat and
You think it's
monster
gonna be
bashing
wizardry?
and more emphasis on
They love
character
wizardry.
development. This
I bet it's
game
gonna be
took
Phantasy
giant
Star.
strides forward in the evolution of role-playing game cards.
FF2
I'm
came
talking
out this
about
year.
Final Fantasy II. for
Oh,
the
okay.
Super
Yeah,
Nintendo,
all right.
the
All right,
role-playing
I
game
actually agree
of
with
the
that.
year.
Wow.
Good pick,
Taking a new
JD.
approach
I'm
to
definitely,
video game
it's
action.
definitely his pick.
Final Fantasy II
focuses on its hero, Cecil, and on the political problems of Baron.
This is the runner-up.
Cecil
The real
and
winner
his
is
embattled
Faceball.
allies must face.
You play as a stupid smiley face in a maze.
You're role-playing a stupid smiley face in a maze. That's
Yeah.
an important
Our
part.
Team GamePro members found that Final Fantasy II is not only easy to get into, but will have you wondering just what's going to happen next. This is one role-playing game that you just can't stop playing once you start it up. So congratulations.
Which is why we're showing you the first 3 minutes.
Squaresoft, who brought us Final Fantasy II, the best role-playing game of 1991. Well, we saved the best for last.
Yeah, that's true. If it was
1991
Japanese Final
certainly the
Fantasy
year
II, it
of
would be
the
different.
16-bit game system. With the introduction of the Super Nintendo and the continuing strides forward in game cards for the Genesis and the TurboGrafx-16, the competition was nothing less than unbelievable.
True.
But Team
What is
GamePro
it?
made its choice, and the best
It's gonna be the
16-bit
Super
game card
Nintendo.
is Sonic.
Oh!
Okay, all right, I agree. Everybody, this is good. This is true.
The game industry by storm.
The
when Sega
hedgehog
finally came
wins.
up with a character to rival the popular plumber who made his name in the Nintendo world.
Stuff it, Mario. Your days are over.
The blue-hued, spine-covered, runaway rodent captured gamers.
Mario, are you
everywhere
blue-hued?
as
I
he
don't think
roped
so.
himself up
Are
in
you a
car
runaway
and
rodent?
blazed across the home screen
Maybe he is.
in a graphics display that continues to please and with action that just doesn't let up. Dr. Robotnik doesn't stand a chance with Sega files everywhere hooking up with Team
Please don't call them
GamePro's
Sega
favorite
files.
underdog.
I don't like that.
Sonic the Hedgehog continues to entertain gamers everywhere as we move on into 1992. And you can be sure that Sega
Could you
planning
get hit
other
by any more
adventures
enemies, dude?
to star this new game
This is an
card
all-hit
hero.
playthrough of
To
Sonic.
Sega, we say congratulations
Alert, the
for
moth
bringing
just
us
crawled
the
on my
16-bit
arm.
Game of the year.
This moth is still
The
attacking us.
Hedgehog.
This moth is kind of hilarious.
It's a Nintendo fan.
It is.
Well, that about does it for this year. To all the winners, we offer our congratulations and our thanks for hours of game-playing enjoyment. To all the others, we certainly appreciate you too, and hope that all of you will continue to advance the art of
crawling on
gameplay
J.D.
in the
Roth's
months
face.
to come. And you keep them coming.
I
and
didn't
we'll
squish
keep
it because
playing.
I didn't want to
And
leave
all
a
our
squish
viewers,
mark on the
all
monitor.
of
I
you
thought
who
that
play
would be
the game
fucking
cards
Thank
we honor
you,
today.
Alex.
It's like
Keep
a-
those games on the screen and watch for us next week, because we're coming back. Until then, I'm J.D. Roth. Peace, and we out of here.
Peace, and we out of here. That's loud.
Yeah, hold on, let me fix things here.
Okay, so I had a few choices as for what our final episode should be for this thing. There's a whole second season ending at episode 20. I scanned through episode 20. I scanned through episode 19. I scanned through episode 18. The show is so sad and lonely without Bernan. JD is there just trying his hardest, being like, hey, here's a great new video game for your Sega Genesis, and we're here in SWAT World, and we're going to show you tricks. But without Bernan, it's missing something. It's sad to watch in action. So I figure for our final episode, we'll go back to season 1 and play one last Bernan Howard episode. I wanted to show you the proper conclusion to the series, but the proper conclusion is actually just kind of sad. It peters out in no way, real remarkable way.
That sucks.
So did he get arrested? I don't know. I think
hate
just
to say that.
I think enough parents complained because parents found him very, very annoying.
Did they?
Yeah, citing my own parents as reference. Yes, Sword of Sodan.
Okay, that's why I know why
What's
you
that
chose
game?
This.
What's that game?
You little freak! You just wanted more fucking.
Call me a little freak.
You wanted more of the Makai Mura.
You're the little freak of the duo.
I mean, that's true. That's me.
Bernan?
Hi, everybody, and welcome to GamePro.
I feel bad, but I am the Bernan of Retro Pals. I don't know how to deal with this.
You dance to invisible music all the time.
All the fucking time.
He was just staring off somewhere.
Now, you know I'm always telling you about how hard our Game Lab gonzos work all week long to come up with the goods for you guys. Well, let me show you what happened this week.
Oh no.
Meet Fred.
Not again.
Until this week, my man Fred was in charge of the Game Lab. The main man, the head dude, the biggest of big, the gargantuan of gonzolas. Well, you know what I mean. Well, dudes, you finally did it to him. You see, Fred is fried.
You killed Fred,
dude.
freaks.
Sorry
Fred
about that, man.
fucks.
My condolences. Thanks.
But you know something? We've got a lot of eggheads in the game lab, and they've got some good stuff for you this week.
They're replaceable.
Who gives a shit about them?
And it's all here from GamePro magazine, bud. Yeah, the ultimate source of home and arcade video game knowledge. So, bud, what do you say we hit the screen and get into a little SWAT action there, buddy?
I know what you mean. I know we have work to do, but this one's for the Fredster.
I noticed Bernan was kind of swaying in the last scene, like a guy would after he had a couple of drinks. Just had that kind of swagger, you know.
He does not seem sober, and I feel bad saying that.
He shouldn't be. I wouldn't be.
Yeah, same.
Listen up close. Let's get
It's Crystallis.
in Crystallis for the NES.
Or Crystallis.
I called it Crystallis.
Okay.
I had this game. It's good.
It is good.
Want to jump from one location to another at will? No sweat. All you gotta do is hold down buttons A and B on controller 1 at the same time, and press button A on controller 2.
And what are you gonna do? Warp to an area of the game where you're not powerful enough to kill anything?
Yeah.
This is an RPG.
Now here's one
Okay.
for a game which has become a favorite with everyone.
Figure it out
here on
yourself, kid.
GamePro. Maniac Mansion for the NES. If you've been
Okay,
hooked by
good
this
taste,
game,
GamePro.
you know that you can never get too many tips. Watch this. To get the rusty key that sits on the top of the chandelier in the living room, get the blank cassette from the secret panel in the library. Now, that's the dark room to the far right when you first enter the mansion. Next, head for the green tentacles room. That room is located up the ladder from the shortwave radio room.
Where's the dead hamster? Surprised they're not talking about that.
Sitting in the room.
Yeah, use Bernard for everything. That's the one thing I know about this.
Now, bring the blank cassette and the recording to the rec room. You know, the room with the TV, stereo, and piano.
That's true. Gen Z kids aren't going to know what any of this shit is. A record player, a cassette player.
And put the record on the stereo. Turn them both on. A high-pitched whine will emit from the tape, shattering glass. Take the cassette you make down to the living room and play it. Now the chandelier will shatter and crash to the ground. And with it, the rusty key.
Sick.
Now I know something about Maniac Mansion. Must have been Memorex. I'm so glad he's back. The show's just not the same without him. You can see why I had to do that, right?
No, I get it.
We could have been watching the incredibly sad and lonely episode 20.
Today,
Oh
we've
shit.
got an all-time favorite now available for the SNES. You've played this game in the arcade, you've played the classic version on the NES, and
yeah.
you played it on the Genesis.
Mhm.
I'm talking about Ghouls and Ghosts, and you know, now you're gonna play it like you've never played it before. It's Super Ghouls and Ghosts! Yeah! Look at
Fuck,
Evil
it's
Dude,
super!
Evil Dude, check him
That's
out.
nice.
Now,
It's
they're
super.
not lying when they say super, dude. I mean it. Sir Arthur the Knight's Lady
Wonder
has
if this
been
is a
kidnapped
prototype.
by the evil Prince of Darkness, Loki. The sinister
looks pretty
prince
close
is
to
also
final.
terrorizing the countryside with a horde of gruesome creatures led by the sneaky magician.
You
Who
suck.
hates- Now, you're
Playing
saying
like
to
I
yourself, I
would.
bet, yo, sup, buddy? I've heard this story before. What's going on? Now, okay. I know you've heard it before, and if you've been playing Ghouls and Ghosts on your Genesis or Sega Master System, but just hang with me.
Yeah, playing on the
Things
Master
have just
System.
changed a tad. Now, the storyline may be the same, but the play of the
Never
game
played
is
Ghouls and
totally
Ghosts on
different
Master
the
System.
SNES. And when I say totally,
Never.
I mean totally. I'm talking that every level of this popular game has been redesigned to bring you new meanings to fight. Completely different bosses.
It's almost like it's a fully fledged sequel.
Now, Sir Arthur's journey is to find the low-down Loki.
Knight Arthur,
It
not
covers
Sir
4
Arthur.
levels, and every
Common
level has
mistake.
2 stages.
The
And guess what?
freaking lantern's there! A deleted graphic!
So how do you feel about that?
This is prototype!
I think I'll leave that to you to figure
This
that
is
out.
prototype to me.
If you've enjoyed the graphics for this spine tingler when you've played
What
it
else
on
is
the
different?
NES,
Whoa, the spikes are different, and the flowers shouldn't be there. What the? What the? Alex?
What the?
Just wait till you see these rotating rooms.
Has this prototype been dumped?
I'm talking awesome and soundtrack. Yo,
I am completely the opposite of normal right now about this.
Yeah.
background music that just sends chills
This
right
part
up your
looks
spine, and
like it's from the
you've got these,
final.
like, earthquake sound effects
That's
and
not!
look
You
at
don't get stable ground in this fight. What's going on here?
Super Ghouls and Ghosts. It's a welcome
Bernard, you got a custom version of this game? You gotta cough that shit up.
Give it to us, Bernard.
You want to spend some time on it. Guaranteed.
We'll give you I don't know what you want. Coke, weed.
Is it the one from the Giga Leak? Maybe.
No, maybe.
Shit, prototype Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
With the Danny content
with the missing lantern graphic, Alex.
I saw.
All right,
SWAT
I'm on my
World.
way. Here we go. Hey, bud. Thought I'd march along with you. Salute. How does he do that?
What was with those French ladies?
Yes.
Ah, yeah, sick.
Hey, man. Look at that. Frozen in fear. Look around me. What do you see? It's Sword
I'm
of
so
Sodan
glad
for
that
the Genesis
they
game
sent him to the
system.
world of
And
Sword of
here's a level
Sodan.
code that'll take you right past
He deserves
any of the
this.
first 4 levels in the game. Check this out.
God, this game's awesome.
Game allows
I
you
love
the
Sword of
privilege
Sodan.
of skipping 4 levels. You gotta show the game what you're made of. That means you have to get the #1 high score on the game list. Huh, no big deal, dudes, because the scores on the top 5 table are pretty easy to beat.
That's
Now,
true.
once
The
you
top
make
score
the
there is
top 10,
500.
You get to
Oh,
log
that's-
your name
I could do
in the
that.
#1 position. Hey, forget about your name and enter this password. HIN.
Hina, no problem. Wink.
Colon and the right parenthesis.
Wait, it's a
I
normal
don't know what it
smiley
means
face.
either, but it works. Trust me. Once this
Anyone want to tell me what that
password is in the high
means?
score
Is that an
table,
in-joke
you
from a
are cleared to
developer?
skip any of the first 4 levels in the next game
Is
you
it some
play.
Amiga thing?
You skip the levels by hitting the start button on controller 2. Now get that. Not controller 1, but controller 2. And that is all there is to it.
I'm thinking they had some kind of capture device for this because the footage on the actual show looked pretty good.
It does look good, yeah.
And considering how bad the play is in some of these clips, I don't think it's from the publishers.
For the TurboGrafx 16
This is a really bad effect.
Not good.
If you want to go directly to the semifinals in TV sports basketball, enter HV, FU, VB,
Hey, F you!
ZEEUND.
F you, Breezund.
Breezend.
Now, if you want to get into the finals without all the early competition and do some serious slamming,
Enter
CED, SCB, LKX, KK, JVP.
I'm always saying that.
Alex, are you on the cutting edge?
No.
He's on the cutting edge with the Sega CD!
Okay, here we go.
Now, you remember how the dudes at Sega got the 16-bit jump on Nintendo when they hit
Yeah.
the market first with their Genesis game system, right?
Yeah, they ruined him.
Well, it looks like Sega's on the cutting edge again with a new portable color game system called the Sega Game Gear and the soon-to-be available CD-ROM games. Yeah!
Mega CD!
Oh my
Dude,
god!
that's a US Genesis attached to a Japanese Mega CD. That's twisted.
That is sick.
I don't think that shit even works.
Looking graphics and happening sound. This game hardware runs on 6 AA batteries, so you might want to consider the optional rechargeable battery pack and AC adapter, because this energy-thirsty unit...
Pal, I think that came out after the US and
Hey,
Japanese ones.
So check it out. Around Christmas time, Sega will introduce a VHF, UHF tuner that'll turn your Game Gear into a TV. You're stoked! Now,
I am!
if you really,
I am stoked.
really want to get some futuristic stuff, how about the Genesis CD-ROM?
Yeah.
You've heard about it, you've read about it. Well, in 1992, you're going to be stoked because you're going to be playing on it. That's right.
That was me. I was playing on it.
Around the corner with this new machine that'll make its debut in Japan during the next few months. The machine is designed to plug into your current Genesis system.
Yeah, why'd we show Halley
Not
Wars for
only
Game
need
Gear?
Major improvements in graphic and game quality. Just think about what it's going to be like to hear CD quality sound just like in the arcades. Ooh, I got goosebumps, don't you? Now, we don't know the price or what games will be introduced with the new system, so stay tuned because when we
I
find
love
out,
this man.
He's so good. I'm so sad he got deleted.
He shouldn't have gotten canned. That was the worst thing to ever happen to this show. Big mistake.
Hi, I'm Rick Brett Snyder from San Jose, California.
I love him.
Hey, GamePro. John Madden Football. Terrific game for the Genesis. But The computer player cuts right through my defense. I just can't stop him. Can you help?
Question, dude.
Can you?
Remember old Fred who we showed you at
Help?
the beginning of
Alex,
the show?
can you
Well,
help?
that was the question that put my man Fred in the deep freeze, but we got an answer anyway.
We only had one VHS tape. We couldn't do another take.
Formation that'll send the computer back to the locker room talking to itself. Huh. Choose a dime formation, cover set, and CV blitz. Next, tap
Can
the D
you
button just once.
help?
to
Is
gain
what I
control
say to
of
the
the
cashier at
left
HEB
cornerback.
when I'm way too
Now move the
stoned.
cornerback up the line of scrimmage. When the ball is snapped, charge in there with the cornerback and nail the quarterback. And for a little bonus, kind of in honor of my buddy old Fred, you should know that this defensive trick works best when you're using Kansas City, Pittsburgh, San Francisco, Philly, Buffalo, LA, or Atlanta as your team.
That's most of them.
My man.
That's like all the teams.
Nice. And hey, you also won yourself a GamePro t-shirt, and it's on its way right side up. A quick reminder,
kinda
the
want that
rescue
shirt.
out
That
there.
shirt's really
Put it to the
sick.
test,
That has
dude.
Fido Dido energy.
It does. I
Send in
need
those
that.
hard
Look
questions
how I would
and
be
keep the
so
game
sick with
live
that
and
in like a
on
black
edge.
overshirt.
We
Oh
like
my
it that way.
god.
And if we put your question on TV, I'll take this t-shirt and throw it right out to you. Watch for the address at the end of today's show.
What do you think about JD Roth's jacket that he's worn in every single episode?
I think it's fashion goals.
I like it.
And I completed the NES game Bart Simpson versus the Space Mutant.
I'm so
Well,
sorry.
I'm scared of this man.
950.
He's more powerful than us.
Don Reynolds from Columbus Junction, Iowa, and I smashed the Kingdom
Looks like Adrian Brody.
Oh my god, he does.
for the Nintendo.
Hi, I'm Jason West from Martinsburg, Pennsylvania. A Dodge Stealth ATF was a Nintendo. I got 315,000.
I'm sorry you had that game, Jason.
Whoa, that was strong stuff, you guys. Your one-year
kinda want
freebie
his
to
jacket.
GamePro magazine is on its way, baby.
I wonder if that's for sale.
And if you want to win, you gotta send
Or is it in his mansion?
It's probably in his JD Roth mansion.
Secret tips to enter the bonus stages and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for your Game Boy when we return on GamePro.
This kid is what I think of whenever I think of GamePro TV.
Just the glasses and everything.
Just gaming out of his mind. Gaming out of his gourd.
God, I do that sometimes.
Styanax, yeah! ACOM, let's go.
He's so much bigger than a Styanax. Look at him.
Now, like all classics, they need to be spiced up every
He
now
could
and
just
again.
a Styanax is just a little guy. He's just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
If you want to achieve invincibility, bring up the title.
I want to achieve invincibility.
Same.
Up, then down, left, right, then up again. Let's run it
Then
down
left, then
one
down,
more time.
then up, then up, then down, left,
Then press
up,
4 times in a
up,
row.
up,
Next, press down,
up,
then left,
then up.
and up again. That's
Okay,
it.
got it.
Now go master
So I
those
press up.
monsters.
No!
Hey dudes, I'm bringing you
I now
one for
pronounce
those
you
noodles and a
invincible.
half shell. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the Fall of the Foot Clan for the Game Boy. Now, you know how Splinter will sometimes come to your rescue and bail you out with an energy refill if you can beat him in a bonus round?
Happens to me all the time.
Sometimes a turtle has to go to the master instead of waiting for the master to come to him. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, check out some of these secret locations where you can enter a bonus round and fill up with some badly needed energy. In Stage 1, Level 1, you need to go to the middle barrel in the picture and kneel down and break it. Now, head into the bonus game and take on Splinter to
There's
bring
a
up some
bonus
of the
game
energy
there.
meter.
Oh yeah, the bonus games in this are really weird. It makes you guess a number.
Oh, that's so weird.
In Stage 2, Level 1, if you can jump near the right
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen the capture device for this thing. That's some specialized material.
And if you're still running low on energy, check this out. Take another jump near the left-hand side of the 4th moving pillar for another crack at a bonus round. Pretty cool, huh? Cowabunga, dudes.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga, dudes. That was the most half-hearted cowabunga I've ever heard. Brennan would have died trying to say that.
I like the trans colors on the Pro review.
Yeah.
Very nice. Time to check out what the Game Lab Techno Terrors have to say about
Techno
the new games we have
Terrors.
for you this week. First out of the blocks this week, Wolverine for the NES. That's right, Marvel Comics, dudes. We've got one of the X-Men back in action
This game
along
sucks.
with the ultimate bad dude, Magneto and his gang of dumpsters. Now, before we run this one down for you, remember, we'll be rating
Freaking Magneto.
the graphics, the sound effects,
Magneto?
Mag freaking Netto.
and the fun factoroonie, Factmeister.
Factaroo, Wolverine.
Oh no, they're doing it!
Alright, so, if you didn't like the first X-Men game cart, well, who did? But just because the first one was sort of a major bummer, don't turn your back on the sequel.
Wow, unusually honest. Maybe that's why they fired him.
A whole lot better than the first go-round.
It's true. NES X-Men was some shit.
Checked out the X-Men comics. Let me bring you
This
up to
is
speed
only
on
slightly
Wolverine.
better.
The dude is a mutant with an adamantium metal skeleton and 6 indestructible claws that go a foot long each.
That sounds crazy to me.
This dude could
It's
use
pretty
quite a
crazy.
manicure.
His skeleton's
even
covered
though
in metal.
Wolverine
It's just
can
pretty
heal
crazy.
quickly, he still
Not my
needs the
skeleton. My
power and
skeleton
energy he
fucking
gets from the
sucks.
burn
Yeah, mine's not
and
made out of
power potions he
adamantium.
scarfs up as he moves through the tough 9-level challenge, fighting awesome bad guys at every turn. And we're talking some Mondo serious
Adamantium's
bad
fine.
guys
That
here,
fixed
bud.
me.
The X-Men arch enemy Magneto is back. And
Magneto!
And he's brought a few of his buds to help him take
Magneto.
care of those long fingernails.
Yeah, this is one of those games with the Tim Follin soundtrack, but the game itself sucks.
Joined in this time along with that entire band of ruthless villains, the mutant terrorists.
So, my friend, how did we rate this game?
Only a 3 for sound. Get fucked, Tim Follin.
Jesus.
360-degree scrolling presentation of the game instead of this bird's eye
Oh, it was
view
Jeff.
was used in
That
the
must be
original
why it's a
X-Men
3.
game card. So, you know something? We're off to a good start. Yeah. The music's pretty solid, and it's got this good beat, but you know, we gotta diss the sound effects because they're kind of average. And challenge?
Wow.
Well, my friend, this game is tough. It is tough. Tough as Magneto's army. Yes, let's hear it there. Come on, kids.
Woo!
You'll spend
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of time
tough.
just trying to get the best of this game. And while the game's a major step forward in LJN's crusade to bring the popular X-Men to the screen, well, there's still a ways to go, but we hope they keep on trying.
Hey, you sound like you
He was
liked it a
definitely
lot,
fired
man.
for
You know,
this
I
review.
love the X-Men comics. I wonder if they're thinking about turning more of these dudes into video games.
Oh, yeah, that would be happening, bud.
Very happy. All right. Thanks, B-Man.
You're welcome.
Let's check out Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge for the Game Boy. Now, if you love the original Castlevania like I did, then you're going to be totally psyched when you pop this new Dracula adventure onto your small screen. And as the saying goes in Transylvania, a vampire's hunter's work is never done. Blah.
Well,
Yeah, I do
The,
that.
the vampire hunter says that? Everyone says blah?
They all say blah.
I'm Dracula, blah. I'm Christopher Belmont, blah.
I'm Simon Belmont, blah blah.
Wait till you get a load of part 2. Instead of being challenged by one castle like in the first episode, check it out, gamers.
People like this game. I don't see it.
Each containing
I'm a hater.
unimaginable by
That's
mere
fair.
mortals like ourselves. Man, you don't even get near Drac until you get past the first 4 levels. There's plant, crystal, rock, and cloud, with each level's environment
Cloud?
matching its
And
name.
cloud.
The weapons,
Well, shit.
Plant, crystal, and cloud.
That's all you need.
All the elements.
is sharper than ever, including a rootin' tootin' fireball shooting morning star, the
Yeehaw!
and holy water. And he's gonna need them all because the Dragster has set out plenty of
The Dragster.
The
Dragster
on Christopher Belmont.
You think the Dragster ever played Dragster for 2600?
Yes, and you won't believe the controversy.
Awesome. The graphics are good. Not the best we've seen on a Game Boy, but good enough for serious play, dudes. The cart has totally terrific tunes. Like I said, if you thought Castlevania gave you something to work on, you ain't seen nothing yet, baby.
Yeah, blah.
As for a fun factor, well, you just gotta love the Castlevania series. I mean, it's got it all. Graphics, guts, and gore galore. Huh, a real winner. Stoked. The Drac Man.
Yo, chill, 'cause we
That's
got the
that segment kind of petered out.
Got the Snow Bros.
Put your thumbs on hold. We're coming back on GamePro.
Oh, I'm the titular Snow Bro. Yeah, what's he talking about with gore in a Game Boy game? That's no gore whatsoever.
I'm Blueberry from Manhattan Beach, California.
Hi.
And I have a tip for the GamePro fans.
Hi, kid.
You can play a short-time version of the Snow Brothers for the Nintendo by just pressing select at the title screen.
It's called the Caravan mode.
Tips, dude. You want yourself a
I
game
love
protein in the
him.
mail? Yeah.
All right, time's up for today, but we're coming back again next week with more super fresh stuff to make you the best gamer on the block. You know it.
That's right, bud. And don't forget, we're waiting for you to make the mailman mad with all your questions and tips. So you can
I don't want to make the mailman mad.
Not in the 90s.
I rely on him. And especially not in the 90s.
Yeah, right? Like
90291. All right, cool, baby. That's it for today. For Brennan, the B-Man, and me, JD Roth, take care and peace.
Brennan, B-Man. I don't care what the parents said back then. You made this show. You made this show memorable. You made it your own. JD Roth, he can do anything. He can host any show. But only you made GamePro TV what it was. That's my opinion anyway. That's my editorial stance on GamePro TV.
Okay.
Every single episode you can watch on YouTube or on archive.org. I recommend it, especially the first season with Brennan.
Brennan is so wonderful.
He really didn't seem like he had a script for a lot of that, especially like near the end of segments where they'd just be like, yeah, bro, yeah, it's totally rocking. Oh, rocking, you're right, dude, totally rocking. Like every segment ends like that. Anyway, that's what I got up at 6 a.m, circa 1991 or 92 to see. Was it worth it? Fuck yeah, it was. Where else was I going to see video games on TV?
Exactly, right?
We didn't have a choice. And that's what it's like. GamePro TV. Way back when you had to wait for a specific time and place once a week just to hear someone talk about video games that you may have played, or they might have ended up talking about Hunt for Red October or some shit. Or like Valis for Turbo CD. All the 3 kids who had that. What a show. In the end, this show worked as novelty for us kids because I wasn't going to have a TurboGrafx CD. It's nice to see a few seconds of a game I'm never going to play.
Yeah.
It's nice to just see different video games, what they're like, what people think about them, and discussed in a broader context.
Mm-hmm.
And in that sense, good news. We're rebranding Retro Pals as GamePro TV.
Great. I'm sure the copyright on that is totally cleared.
We are the new GamePro TV. Alex, I think you'll agree you are the Brennan of the group.
Yo, bro. Totally.
The show's about to get a lot more grading from now on.
Yeah, bro. Radical-rific.
Radical-rific. Radical Rex. All right, we're done. Thanks for watching us, everybody. Thanks to the Game Pros out there. This show goes out to you. Thanks to everyone who worked on GamePro TV, GamePro Magazine. Brennan, wherever you are, I salute you.
We salute you, Brennan.
Good job, Brennan. And good job to our patrons who voted to see GamePro TV over Nick Arcade this week in a stunning upset. This stream could have been very different if not for one vote. It was one vote that decided that we should watch GamePro TV. So if you want to vote for what we play on Wednesdays, patreon.com/retropals. If you're at the $5 tier, you get to decide what we play every Wednesday. Alex, wrap us up. I need to look for a raid target.
Real quick, thank you so very much to Orange Ride for the 100 globs of gaming goo bits. Thank you. And we are also on YouTube, youtube.com/retropals. We post full-length highlights of our streams there. Our latest one is, it's the Zelda, right? What, Zelda Wand of Gamelon?
Yep.
All right. So if you want to see all the way through Zelda Wand of Gamelon, do check it out. We played the whole... Danny, I didn't do shit. Danny played the whole damn game. It's great. It's great. So definitely check that one out. We also have a Discord. Let me just drop that link in the chat. You can join us there. Talk about games. Talk about wrestling. Talk about sports. Talk about cats. I love your cats. They're so good. There's a cat there named Hudson B who is just... Mwah. Cats, that's the perfect name for a cat. We also have a co-host, co-host.org/retropals. We post when we go live, then when we've got new videos up on YouTube and all that good stuff. So check us out on co-host for all the RetroPals news you can use.
Yeah, do that.
Do it.
All right, let's stick with the 90s theme. This game's a little bit later vintage than what was covered by GamePro TV, but you know this game called Rocket Knight Adventures?
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorites, excellent Genesis game, and excellent streamer, Gamma Chris, is playing it right now. So why don't you go say hi, enjoy the adventures with Sparkster, and remember Brennan, our hero.
Yeah, brah.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you later.
See ya, bras.